Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to another stream. Fucking hell, over 100 in here already. That's how you know we're in a messy state. Big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button. We're going to be talking all things UNICEF FC. We're going to be discussing everything that has potentially gone wrong with Chelsea over the last 2 or 3 months, I'd guess. And like, there's plenty of little talking points surrounding. It's not just going to be a case of output, but there's going to be deeper reasons behind it. But we'll delve into everything in this stream. There are some transfer news that we're going to get into. A little bit of news regarding Lukaku. Some news regarding Christian Pulisic as well. His dad put out a tweet that we're going to look into as well. And yeah, probably just another look into the Everton shit show yesterday. But big up everyone that's locked in. As always, smash the like and subscribe button. We got 100 plus of you guys in here, so let's try and make that 100 likes. In the first 5 minutes, we only got a meaty 38. Your conversion rate's moving like our attack. So guys, smash the like button. And yeah, let's get straight into it. Jesters, what are you saying, bro? You managed to recover from that shit show yet? Or nah, silly question.
Well, did we expect anything different? Did we really expect anything different? We just need to get through the what is it, 4 games left in the Premier League and the Cup final, and have this year die a horrible death, because that's what it was.
That's what we said at 21.
Everything that could go wrong did. I mean, how many times do you lose an owner and get sanctioned to where you can't do anything? It's one of those things. It's just time to kill the season off and be done. Finish third, get your FA Cup, and roll out.
If we can actually get to third in one piece, but yeah, let's just hope we can actually do that at bare minimum. Josh, what are you saying, bro? You all good?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I think, I don't know how many people watch UFC, but I think the great Nate Diaz said it best. I'm not surprised, motherfuckers. As soon as I saw the lineup, exactly what I expected to happen. It just horrendous. I don't know what Tuchel, what more he needs to see from this group, from this attack, from some of these center backs, and I don't know, man. Like Jester said, we have a few games left. We need 5 points to secure top 4. I got 3 home games. We have 3 home games to get 5 points. Aside from that, this season could end tomorrow, man. I don't care. It's just really, really bad, unfun to watch, and yeah, I don't know, man. Tuchel seems to be doing the same thing some of these other managers have done at the end here, where he just wants to continue to play the same fucking shit over and over and over and over again, and expect something different. But it is what it is.
Yeah, sadly, it is what it is. Andrew, what are you saying, man?
I'm done for this season. So these next 5 games, it's just vibes for me now. This team doesn't deserve me to be passionate about them at all. So, if we finish top 4, finish top 4. If we win the cup. Doesn't matter to me at the moment, because I'm drained after yesterday. I'm done. Just done. They don't deserve it. So they're not putting in hard work, so I shouldn't. So, but I hope everyone is all good.
Yeah, we'll just say we're better in it. But yeah, Alex, what were you saying, my guy?
Reading some chats and listen to those guys complaining. What are we gonna do when the season is over? We're gonna wank and we're gonna we're gonna be missing the football. Well, people are gonna wank. I'm not gonna wank.
Much, man. You're obsessed with that word.
Like, what are you saying when you say I'm done with this season? I'm done with this team.
I'm done.
There's still plenty of things to play for. No, you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss for 2 months.
I'll watch them, but I'm done. I'm done being bothered by them for this season.
You say this every game.
No,
and you're still gonna get mad after we're doing shit.
Nope.
If we're gonna play shit, you're gonna come over here and complain like the rest of us. I'm done. I'm done.
I'm gonna channel Bad Boys 2.
Oh,
that's what I'm gonna do.
What a
right?
stupid movie, by the way.
Channel. You're a stupid movie.
I'm a movie. What a comeback! Bravo! Just like in the movies, I'll clap you like,
my
tragic
gosh.
clapping.
We can't even get to the introductions without shots
Oh yeah,
fired.
hello people, I'm good.
Love these things, man.
Introductions and shots have already been fired.
By the way,
Um,
no, like I don't want the season to be over because when season is over, it's me and 4 kids.
That is the really fun season.
I
where
don't
you
mind.
talk about transfers.
It's just me. It's just me and 4 kids.
On 4 occasions, you should have done something about that, okay? You should have done something, yeah? Pull out method. That's what it is, okay?
Pick up AV saying we all are stupid movies.
No,
Yeah.
I'm a slasher.
No,
fan.
the first Bad Boy is a good movie. The second one is usually sequels are never
What
good.
about number 3 or number 4?
I thought the most recent
Have I
ones
made
were
it 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3?
Yeah.
Shit.
Unfortunately, yeah, they did.
Big up yourself, AV. Matt, what are you telling me, bro?
Man, I don't know. I still want this season, to happen. Even though I'm the only one who can say I'm done with this team because I can actually sleep. Like next games are like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I'm not gonna bother waking up for them anymore. I'm just gonna wake up for FA Cup. That's it. We still have FA Cup. But other than that, I've just lost a lot of motivation. But let's just get FA Cup. Hopefully we can get it. I don't know, man.
You lost a lot of motivation. Cool, proper Chelsea. Love to hear it. Scott, what are you saying, bro? You all good?
No, I can't lie to you. I'm a bit pissed off. I just seeing all the
Yeah,
takes.
you went there. I don't blame you.
Oh, it's not even that. It's just seeing all the takes this morning on Twitter and all the people that are blaming Tuchel for this and that, and just a bunch of nonsense I've read about him and about some of these players that people still think you can get some out of by changing up the system, but we've changed the system. They've still been shit. Yeah, it's just like my name says, bring the flood already. Just bring me to the end of the season, bring the flood, get half this group of players out because they're wank and start again.
And how serious you think we're gonna get rid of half of the players?
I know they're not going to get rid of half the players. I know at best we're looking at 4 or 5 leaving, but a man can hope. That's the only thing I've got to hope for about this club. Only thing.
Yeah, we will speak on Tuchel though, because I do think there's an interesting discussion to be had on that.
If anyone wants to blame Tuchel, I will get heated. It's not his fault. You can blame him on things like the substitutions, but if you want to go blaming him on blaming him on shit like that, you and me will fall out quickly because you are wrong.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. There's no direct blame, but I do think like there's aspects that he has got an issue to deal with on those, but we'll delve into that as well. I do think like majority players, majority board, but there's a little bit to do with Tuchel as well, but we'll get into it. Chris, last but not least, what are you telling me?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm not completely over the season yet. We've got an FA Cup final. We might lose, but I just want my beloved Chelsea back. We haven't been at it for like last 4 games. Been terrible.
100%. Like
December all over again.
No, this is way worse than December.
Hey, Chris, there's one common factor in all 4 of those games. I don't know if you want to go there.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
The man of the match yesterday. The man of the match.
He won the man of the match.
Man of the match.
No, dude, no. That's what Josh is saying. Josh's feelings as man of the match.
To be honest,
you're man of the match. Oh, you need to classify that.
The Chelsea man of the match. You guys want to go look it up by a large margin too.
Right.
They had the nerve to give a player.
How do you have a man of the match?
That game was awful.
Don't ask me. But
player deserves a man of the match award from that game yesterday.
Don't put
literally.
They gave him man of the match because he made a few runs. Jesus Christ, this club.
That's a few more than anyone else
in the
did.
trenches we were yesterday.
He got the Timo Werner award.
In Everton, but we moved. Obviously, when we're talking about what has gone wrong with Chelsea, like the number one thing everyone will say is the output. But first thing that you can look at as well, because we can't just talk about the output and the attackers because it's a team failure. 100%. The first thing as well to look at is the lack of chance creation. I saw this stat that popped up on the timeline earlier today. 65 big chances created in the Premier League for Chelsea. We've scored more than the chances that we've created in game. Which I think says a lot more for how little chances we make in a match.
Can I just point something out as well? We only have 2 more chances created than Manchester United, who had Ollie in charge for half a fucking season.
They've actually got worse, since Ollie left. I can't lie.
This is also a Man United attack with Ronaldo who doesn't move, Rashford who's shit, Alanga who's shit, Sancho who's the only decent player, and Bruno Fernandes who tries hero ball every game. And they've created 2 less chances than us. Big chances than us.
But then
that
we got
Ronaldo, that
behind this.
Ronaldo that doesn't move actually scores.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
he's
scores
good.
because he's an elite goal scorer.
I
but
wish
in
we had
terms of
somebody who
actually
doesn't
what
move
he
that
does
scores.
for the team. Ronaldo
You
in
just
this
have
team
somebody that
doesn't
doesn't
work,
move.
Yeah, I wish we
Ronaldo
had
is
somebody
indeed-
that
Yeah,
doesn't
they
move
need
that scores.
scores.
because
I think
by the
Ronaldo
way,
knows how to move at the right times.
I've seen some people say that we should get Ronaldo because apparently Ten Hag wants to sell him next season. I've seen some people say we should sign him. Ronaldo
my
doesn't
gosh.
improve us.
No way.
No way.
Well,
Really?
first of all, he's on free, so nobody's selling him. He's not signed 4-year contract. It's not that. I think it's 1 year by 1 year or something like that.
He's still under contract for 1 more year with United next year.
Oh, so he got 2 years.
A 2-year deal, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-year.
By the way,
Yeah.
if they selling him, they ain't getting no fee because ain't nobody paying £500,000 a week.
But like onto the thing with the big chances created, like this is where like I get the issues with the strikers, but we don't really generate nearly as much chances as we should be doing. And I don't know whether that comes down to the midfielders. I don't know whether that comes down to either the wing backs or the injuries with wing backs or the attacking mids or a combination of the three. But this is why it's a team failure right now. That's the first point I want to bring up.
To go to your midfield, who's supposed to be creating all these chances? We have anybody that creates a lot of chances from midfield?
It's normally a wing back who create.
I think
It's a wing back.
probably
Our
our
wing backs
best
the
would
most
be
I
creativity.
think it's
Kova,
not a,
maybe.
I think it's our
Yeah,
conceded. I think we started conceded more goals, and that's what. Basically, what I'm trying to say, the bad forms becomes because we conceded a goal quick, and we have to
Individual
react.
mistakes leading to goals. We're the second highest in the league for it.
For example,
14 goals, I believe.
literally every goal that we conceded in this slump of the time, it was individual mistakes. So what happens is when you concede, you have to react, and when you react, you expose yourself. We have another problem where I've been saying for a while that when we score, we are so easy to concede right after it. I think it's more about us conceding. For example, if it was 0-0 for a long time yesterday, we wouldn't be complaining as much as if we conceded the first goal. You see what I'm saying? I think we should put more accent on individual mistakes or at backline defense, because that's the reason we have to chase the games more often. Because individual mistakes are the ones that cost us draws and games. For example, like you can blame, of course, everybody's at fault, including the forward lines. But the forward line is going to be more under pressure if you chase in a game. If you consider the first goal, like especially against Everton, you see what I'm saying? Then you put extra eye on the forward line because you have to chase the game.
Right. Well, I mean, you could probably narrow some of that down to not playing a 30-something-year-old Asby on a 2 days rest.
Yeah, but you look at the rotation as well. Like we said, Reece James shouldn't be playing 2 games in the space of a week, just coming out of injury, and he came on for the Everton game and he was poor in that match too.
He was
That was going to be my next point.
Yeah, he was terrible yesterday. He was terrible.
Yeah, but
who else
like,
put there though? Who else are we gonna put there? Who else are we gonna put there? No, I remember.
On the right,
double pivot.
Yeah, like Chalba just had a clean sheet against West Ham.
Oh no, you're talking about Asby. My bad.
Yeah,
my bad.
Not for Reece James.
Yeah,
he literally just had a clean sheet
against
against West Ham like 2 games ago, and now he can't sniff the field. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, Scott. I am not Tuchel by any means. I want him to be there for a long, long time. My thing is running these lineups out every week, the same fucking exact thing, and expecting something different. There's only one person to point at, and I understand he doesn't have like an unlimited amount of options, but he does have guys he can rotate in certain positions, and he's just refusing to do it.
I hear that, but then my counterpoint would be all across, start of the season. So many people were saying, "Why is he chopping and changing? Keep the same lineup, keep the same front three, keep the same back three, because we want to get consistency." Now he's doing that, and they're still shit. Now it's why isn't he chopping and changing? Well, he was chopping and changing, and you man complained that he wasn't keeping the same front three, and we didn't get any chemistry or
Yeah.
consistency.
That's
Now he's
true.
keeping
That
it the
was
same.
my point. That was my
Now
point.
he's keeping it
I
the
was
same.
the
He's
one
doing
that
what they
actually saying
asked.
it.
He's doing what they asked. Like that front three have now played for 3-4 games in a row. Have been arse for basically all of those games. They've been fucking shit. But he's kept it the same to try and get chemistry and consistency. Yesterday, those three looked like they'd never played together. Have you seen the stills or the images of like the average position where they ended up? You've got Werner
hugging the left touchline, Havertz hugging the right touchline,
and then Mount playing as like a right centre mid. So where's the
I don't even know what
number
Mount
one?
was trying to do in that game. It's just all over.
This is my point, but this is
Ghost
A.
of Mount.
Number one, this is supposedly our best front three that have played together the most. They look like they've never played together. And number two, as I said, he's kept it consistent. He's done what people asked, and it's not worked. So
No, I understand that he's done what people's asked, but then it comes to a point where it's like, how long do you persist?
That's what I'm saying. Like, listen,
they're not performing.
Right.
And I get like
Mad jumped out.
the lack of chance creation as well, and that comes into play too. But the fact is, when they get the ball, they don't do anything with it. They're all completely out of position for every single time we see them on the ball, and the output just still isn't there. You can't really reward that with consistent game time, because we're saying this is meant to be our most cohesive front three, and like you're saying,
Who said that?
This is what everyone says our favorite.
This is what I'm trying to get across. People,
I don't agree with it, but
and this is my point I made earlier about people want to make fucking stupid takes about Tuchel and about it's his fault. But these are the same people that were going, "Oh, I want consistently in the front three. Oh, this front three that we should play Werner, we should play Havertz and Mount together because that's the front three that played the final. They're our best front three. They know how to play with each other the best." He's doing everything you've asked for, and it's still not working, and it's still shit. Why is it now Tuchel's fault when yesterday you had Werner trying to hold Seamus Coleman's hand the whole game? Why is it Tuchel's fault that Havertz doesn't know how to play as a striker?
My only question to it, and again, I'm not using it to get at Tuchel, but I'm just asking the question: if they're in these positions constantly, even though it's not working, is it not tactical or is it the player's decision?
Can I say something about this real quick?
Go for it.
I think I was the one that actually wanted to say consistency. So I think when Scott's saying I think he's mentioned me.
Oh no, it's just like a few people. I know.
No. I
I
wanted the same consistency that he gave Lukaku. I wanted to give it to different three. The problem with that is I didn't want consistency is the one thing. The tiredness of the player, it's a different things. You can play them as a consistent three, but you can see the drop of form not due to the lack of it, due to the actual exhaustion. That was the problem.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Like these guys, like
it's not about like you for example, you Scott pointing out that they are shit because of like he tried front three. I looked at it. They were on shit three before. They became shit three later because they've been playing every 2-3 games, which we've been screaming, rest one of them, one by one, rest them. That's what I was. I was saying.
You actually can take all three of them out.
No, but
yeah,
but
Pulisic was the one, the original that started with 3 of them instead of Timo Werner. But then Pulisic was dropped and put the Timo Werner.
But then we get to another point. This is another thing. Is then you rotate them and we take Mount out and put say Ziyech in, and you have the people complain, "Why have you taken Mount out? He's our best player. He's the glue."
Or put Robin Loftus-Cheek over there.
Cool.
He did it, and he played well there.
My point is, you still have people complaining you take Mount out of the team. You take
Havertz out of the team. People are complain with anything.
They spend less time on Twitter.
It's the people, it's just
you
do what you said. The people will always complain anyway.
And you're getting people, and this is my whole point of this is like, and this is why I don't blame Tuchel, I blame the players, because he's tried so many different things where he chopped and changed it. Now he's tried consistency, and you look at the players. I was at the game, as I said yesterday, I'm watching, and you see players, you see Jorginho or Kovacic or Alonso or James or Loftus-Cheek pick the ball up, look forward, and you got the 3 planks up front just standing still, not wanting to move.
I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way.
Look, bro, I watched the game. I
know, Scott. I'm not saying you're wrong.
These players just don't move.
I have problem with Tuchel substitutions and with Tuchel resting players. You know how? When he does a fucking idiot, like when he does the fuck all and changes all 3 subs, all 3 starters at once. That's when I have problem with Tuchel. When he made the substitution, when he rested the players and he made complete new 3-back line. You didn't supposed to do that. Name me the team that does completely new back just to
You're
rest
talking
players.
back to the Arsenal game.
Yes. I want one. I want one by one. You play one. You don't change all three of them.
Yeah, I mean, he could have easily over the last
He
like 3
goes
or 4
from
weeks.
extreme to extreme, and then he's saying that it's not.
No, but
I'm
like
not-
this is what I'm saying. Like Tuchel is not exempt from the criticism as well.
No,
Exactly.
We know getting rid of him is not the answer by a long shot.
I'm not saying
Like,
get rid of him.
Exactly. But he is allowed to be criticized
Yeah.
just like anybody
Like-
else is.
Like for example,
Fuck,
yesterday.
allowed.
Like,
Who am I gonna ask permission to say?
No, I
say
mean
what
it
I-
because like there's a lot of people who get overprotected. There's a lot of people, and I'm
And
saying everyone is allowed to be criticized.
Yeah.
And to people who say like I have
Who's
my
whistling?
agenda as well, I believe one of the issues as well is that 3 of our centre backs have mentally checked out, as be Rudiger and AC. Regardless of how much I want to prop him, half his head's in Spain, and it's fucking obvious.
Yeah, Rudiger
And
was
that's another
shocking
reason for the
yesterday.
issues that we have right now.
And his stomach.
Yes, and fucking stomach. Yes, prick.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean,
as well.
he wasn't even in the team
Like,
yesterday.
Why the hell is he kicking that ball out?
What ball?
oh,
What?
Rudiger.
Rudiger.
Oh yeah, that was. Oh my days. That's what I'm saying. His head's not in the right space, man.
He didn't even
Oh,
kick
no.
the ball out, and then he kicks it out for them.
Well, he like
No, you know what's I think there is I think it was Lampard team, and I think all the players that played yesterday wanted to do it really well, but you know when you're too excited about the game,
Yeah.
you become
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
I think there is a part of that.
Reece
I think
James
we
was
all
bad
want
too.
to show up, you know, to to show up to Lampard. I do. Lampard pissed me off when I showed this. Somebody tweeted saying that, I'm not saying video with Lampard goes through the tunnel and just all cheering shit and stuff.
Oh, that's
Kinda-
not.
I don't blame him.
I know that, but
I was cheering. Hopefully, we're winning 6-0.
no, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's like he's not doing it because of Chelsea. It's Chelsea. I think he's doing it because he got 3 points and might not get relegated. But it's still rubbed wrongly on me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It just feels a bit rough because it's Lampard.
rough. Yes,
It's like,
I love
just
Lampard.
whatever.
Yeah, that's all it is. But
Even he was like in the press conference. Like, I hope the Chelsea fans should understand. Like, it mean more to Everton than it did to Chelsea, and it did. Is what it is. He's Everton. Like, people need to. I think
Some
people
of
need to
the
look past
Chelsea
it.
fans were celebrating with him at halftime.
yeah,
They can suck off
I did
Everton with
see
him.
that.
Fucking hell, that's embarrassing. Jesus Christ.
did Rory Jennings literally tweeted
Oh,
saying
he's a
that
cunt.
He made a video.
Video
doing it.
saying that,
Absolute idiot.
I
Roman
believe
would have fired him if it was.
someone correct me if I'm wrong. 'cause I haven't seen
Thumbnails
the
and-
video. Someone correct me if I'm wrong because I haven't seen the video because I don't
Me.
want to. But someone
I
told me
don't.
that he says Tuchel out on the video.
I watched
I don't know,
part
I
of it.
didn't
I
watch
was
it.
trying to watch.
I,
the rest
I
of
don't
it.
know. I blocked him a long time ago.
As I said,
Yeah, he's already blocked me. I
I
can't
comment
tweet him.
It's just sometimes it can be clickbait, you know, gets views, though, you know, that's what it is.
No, he's a proper cunt.
Yeah, he's mentally unstable, man.
I don't mind Rory.
Yeah.
He's been
Try
waiting,
to give him the
Rory.
benefit of the doubt.
He's
Get out
been
of here.
waiting for this moment. He's been
It's
waiting
all right,
for this
Lewis. Say
moment
it.
since
Say it,
Tuchel
Lewis.
was
It's all
signed.
right.
No, I've met him personally.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
decent guy. Football takes like we ain't gonna agree on a lot.
Yeah,
but-
he's probably a decent guy, but football takes his
I
fucking
didn't
delusion.
say
A lot
that
of
he
us don't
that
know
he,
him
that
in
he
person,
ate
yeah.
ate children or anything like that. I said he's a proper cunt.
He's
I
not
never
doing
said you said he eats children.
Well,
That's a bit of an extreme.
That's it.
Yeah, invite Rory on here. Somebody
Nope.
who made a good. Great.
he
Oh,
won't come on
Jesus.
here.
Yeah, he won't come.
It'd be
That one
carnage.
Why?
It'd be carnage.
Why? Why would he
won't-
not
he-
come?
he doesn't,
We're
because-
Chelsea fans.
He doesn't do
He thinks
debates.
he's
Yes,
above
he's
everybody
afraid.
else. He's better
Yes,
than all of us.
Because we'd eviscerate him.
Big Ron said finally there's some consensus on the stream over Rory Jennings. I can't be asked. For what fuck's sake,
He's a
man.
massive. villain.
Simeon says Lukaku is the problem. Like,
Yes, he is.
No,
What?
what solely
He
Lukaku?
takes
not-
two
he's
seats
not-
in the. He takes two seats on the bench.
Yeah, like
He
yeah.
takes 2 seats on the
Ah.
bench. One cheek per
Why,
seat.
why was Lukaku sweating on the bench? He didn't even warm up.
Yeah, but
Hey, everyone.
listen, I know everyone hates Lukaku, but we're not going to talk about the
James
fact
played
that
a long
that
time.
Havertz has, I think, one more goal than him in like 1,000 more minutes.
no
This
one
is
wants
why
to
it's
talk
not
about
just
it.
Lukaku. Like, It's the whole attack.
Sorry,
You put
it's not
Havertz
this
in
one.
there, no output. You put Lukaku in there, no output. You put Werner in there, no output. None of them give you consistent output.
Like to what Alex was saying earlier, like for the last 3 or 4 weeks, he could have slowly rotated one of these guys per game, and they would have been okay. He could have played Mount for Ziyech. He could have played Lukaku for Havertz. He could have played Pulisic for Werner in different games.
Lukaku for
This is
Havertz.
the thing. Like, I don't know what do you do.
He could
Like,
try
do you
Lukaku
reward
for
Sky with
Mount
more
and
game
let
time?
Lukaku
Hey,
Havertz,
everyone's
Ziyech.
been going in circles about this. Even though I'm late here, I've heard it all before. Why didn't we do this and why didn't we do that? And I think even Jester said that what is a pattern of insanity. But end of the day, Tuchel doesn't trust these backups. Like I know we're not playing well, and we can just say and always the solution is, hey, let's get Lukaku on, let's get Ziyech on. But you guys quickly forgot that these guys have had so many bad games. They come on subs and they're not impactful. They start, they're not impactful. They don't do nothing.
What are they supposed to do in 15 minutes, Declare?
Or 10 minutes, yeah. Sometimes in less than 15
Like
minutes.
it does take a while, especially a game.
What about when they start?
He started one game in 2 months, Lukaku.
Yeah,
one game.
No, but when he did start,
the one game.
There's a good sample size. No, hold on. There's a good sample size this season already on what each of these players have done, yeah? And there's a reason why they're on the bench, yeah?
Have we not now had 2 good sample sizes of Kai Havertz this season?
Yeah, we had. So now measure them all up.
What
And at the end of the day, I still have Kai Havertz in his bad form. That's how bad.
Not yesterday. Yesterday.
Even yesterday.
No.
That's how bad.
Sorry. Yesterday, that was one of the most. No. Yesterday was one of the most selfish performances of any Chelsea player in the history of this club.
Look, Lukaku set the benchmark on 7 touches.
Just diving on the ground and trying to start fights.
His head was gone and he was trying to fight. That's all he cared about. He didn't care about the game or his teammates. He was selfish yesterday.
Yeah.
That's one of the most selfish, arrogant performances of any Chelsea player under the Roman era. He was a prick yesterday.
You want your Mina off your ass, move around.
Yeah, so like if you're gonna pinpoint that performance, then I'll bring up Lukaku's lowest point is 7 touches. You know, Ziyech lowest touch when he goes missing, when he has a fit.
It wasn't about his performance, it was about his attitude.
What I'm trying to say, right, is that people have just forgotten of the other players and they're just saying, well, let's just change it up and it'll fix it. No, you're going to get the same shit from the other guys too. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, everyone's just slowly forgotten about how bad the other players are and our depth is so shit, right? You know what? If you really want to mix it up and if you really want to say something new, let's put Saul up there. When Barkley's fit, let's put Barkley up there. If you really want to, or we see an academy player, if you really want to see something new, that's where you guys
was Barkley even on the bench? Was Barkley even on the bench?
No, he got injured in when he doesn't play.
Who cares?
So I don't know how that happens.
To me, I feel like this is also because you didn't want Lukaku from the start, though. So
I didn't want Lukaku when you guys were when it was him against Morata when we're tossing up them two.
Morata.
I didn't want both of them. I didn't want both of them then.
Do you remember when we were after Lukaku when we said we got Morata?
Yeah.
He would have sued Conte though back then. He would have sued Conte more.
Can anybody tell me from our top 3 center midfielders how many assists in all competition we have?
It's got to be single. It's got to be single figures.
No, it's double digits.
Is it double digits?
It is.
What young player has double digits?
We have 15 assists from our top 3 center midfielders.
Cover had that great start, didn't he? Cover had that great start.
Yeah, I think
he
it
has
was close.
Yeah.
So that's it. We have 15 assists from Conte, Jorginho, and Kovacic all season. In all competitions.
One season up nearly 20 or something.
Yeah.
So
that would tell you a lot.
13,
Because we only have a threat.
That was when we played a lot deeper and he could spray longer balls out to Diego Costa.
because we have a threat over here only goes for the wings. We never go for the middle. That's it. By the way, I want to address Declare. Declare, there isn't about the difference. Like I said it earlier, I don't know if you heard me. It's not about substituting and see if we're going to do it. It's about keeping the fresh line. And when you see Havertz is tired for the past games, you have to start Lukaku, even if he's going to be tired and he's going to be pointless. But my problem was it's the keeping 0-0. Even if when you are going through a slump, you keep in 0-0 for as long as you can, just to sustain, and then you can bring, because Kai Havertz can bring more from the bench than Lukaku can bring more from the bench. Does it make sense?
I agree with that. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So if you will substitute and make a player's rest like Kai Havertz or anybody, you can make a substitution knowing that you will not score goals like with Kai Havertz, but you will start Lukaku. And by trying keeping 0-0 and start Lukaku, game goes differently. You know, like, did you notice that sometimes when you win it, when you win in the league, there's those kind of games that goes long for 0-0, and all of a sudden you score a goal at the end of it. That's what I'm talking about with substitutions and resting. When you rest the players and you put somebody that does not actually, how you say it, like he's not on fire striker, like Origi and stuff like that. When he starts, Liverpool does not concede when he starts. But when he comes off and the other player comes in, they score at the last minute. How many times Liverpool scored at the last minute? It especially happens when they do not start this primary lineup. It's when they're coming off the bench. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can bring anybody, how shit of a player they are, but keep it 0-0. And the problem with Chelsea would not keep it 0-0. We conceding stupid goals, and then we're chasing.
My only problem is when people are talking about Lukaku's form. It's like, I get it, but no one in our attack is performing at a level where they deserve to keep their position on the pitch. So it's like, how can you complain about Lukaku's been playing shit, he doesn't deserve to play? Kai's been playing shit and he still gets to play. It's like, you need to rotate, number one, because in my opinion, you shouldn't be guaranteed a starting place in spite of consistent poor performances, because what message does that send to the rest of the team? What message does that send to the player that's in bad form? It's just, you can continue to play that way. You'll continue to start.
For me, Lukaku, I already said that I felt that Lukaku down tool, so he's in a different boat for me. But to what Alex was saying, I agree with that, and I reckon there's a good compilation you can make of the charity that it's nowhere Tuchel's fault when you're absolutely just doing these errors and just giving it to the defense. If you looked at all those games, those teams didn't have nothing in it. They didn't have they barely had any chance, and we just gave them. Well, here you go. And there's no coach in the world that can fix that. It's on a level of maybe fatigue, maybe they're not there, maybe because I'm starting to believe, right, for a while now, that there is a massive dressing room problem at our club. There's players leaving. There's Lukaku's interviewing him as well, right? There's probably other players that don't get along. There's disruption. There's players that want to play that aren't playing. I think it's a mess in there. I think there was such a harmony when last season, and we're performing, and we ended up winning Champions League. We started well, but something went off the rails. Players aren't playing together. We have to play different. I think Tuchel's tried. Maybe if you look at how many different formations, lineups he's done, it's insane, right? Now everyone's just calling for a massive change up again, and I'm not convinced that it's going to change anything, because we've kind of gone through this the whole season, and all I want is that these players just turn up for the FA Cup. I already wrote off the season, right? For me, just turn up for the finals. I'm sure you guys have an invested interest in it, and just play. And then it's going to be a massive change up. When you lose a whole back line, right? When you're probably going to lose attackers, 5-6 players, that's half the team, and that's going to take some time and patience. And it's just going to be a whole new and fresh. And I think that's what everyone wants.
I think you're on something to it, Declare. I think you're on something. If you remember, every time we won the league, we always had a character that united the bench. We used to have like a Drogba. I know it wasn't the Twitter then, but you always knew, like, they used to be jokesters around. Remember David Luiz, when like you always had those little videos that comes out with the dress, with the how you say it, from dressing room, like Hazard, like, you know what I'm saying, like you can see the people joking. I don't see those kind of things anymore. I think you're onto something, actually. I don't.
Last year, did you see they were dancing together? Remember?
Well, it's been happening. No, but with the jokes and stuff, that's been happening recently, though. That's stopped.
Now, like,
still on the bus. Jorginho was making videos.
Yeah, I remember that
But
shit.
I'm
Yeah,
saying, like, please Zuma,
That's
don't
good.
kick the cat. Please Zuma didn't kick the cat in the dressing room. But it would be funny. But it would be funny for not for the Peter. But what I'm saying, like, it used to be like a flashes of how dressing room looks like from the inside. But Diego Costa, exactly. We used to have that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we got an insight. Yeah,
even
we see the sign.
even Hazard was a jokester. All of a sudden now everybody is like Pulisic jokester. I don't think so. What's his name? Timo Werner jokester? No, I actually think what's his name? Rudiger is the jokester, but I think they take it. His jokes is abuse.
He
Apparently,
slowed down. Yeah.
Joe. Yeah, I think Joe thinks.
Do you think it's motivation as well? Because like we saw it. Remember the UCL final? How many jokes videos we saw because they're all happy now. Now we don't see any. It's weird. I think that they've just lost all motivation. Half our team wants to leave, man.
I agree there's a mentality issue, but I don't agree that it's with the Joseph thing. I think it's just because they're a bunch of pussies.
Well, we have no intensity in our team.
Okay.
Like
This is the third manager where we've had this mentality issue. It's the third manager that's either implied or just outright said that there's a mentality issue.
Fourth. This has been since Conte.
Oh, it's Conte as well.
Conte said it in the second season.
I think Mourinho said it as well, but since then we've had like a refresh of other players coming as well. But anyway, but you look at, like, for example, I've seen Roy Keane talk about it with United. You look at, like, you go back and look at the Uniteds or the Chelseas or whoever's of like when, or the Arsenals when they used to win back in the day. The whole team looked united. You didn't have your jokesters or you didn't have your people that could have a laugh. You'd had a few, but mostly everyone was united and everyone had each other's, like, no pun intended, but everyone had each other's backs. The whole dressing room, like, looked as though they wanted to play for each other. Now it just looks like the dressing room can't be bothered. They all look, like I said, they all look like a bunch of pussies. As soon as something goes wrong, as soon as there's an issue, they hide.
Yep.
Facts.
Somebody in the chat said Warner is a jokester on the pitch.
Warner jokester on the pitch.
Oh my days! But no, Lewis, going back to Lewis as well, Lewis. I want to say what you said before, because you said before you were saying that everyone is tired, everyone needs a rest, everyone's fatigued, right? When they're in bad form, you rest them. Where's the same consistency for Mendy? There's no same consistency for Mendy.
Really,
Mendy's
we're gonna
Rebecca, I think it's the same reason as she thinks. Why is no unit?
I knew you found a way to twist it into your little Kepa prop.
I'm just saying.
There's
no consistency.
Kepa's part of the issue.
Number ones hardly get rotated, man. What don't you understand about?
What are number one strikers? I'm just saying, just keep it
Because
consistent.
it's a different position. The goalkeeper hardly gets
It's
rotated.
on the football field. They're all on the same football field.
Matt, you've got to choose a new subject.
I'm just saying.
I can appreciate the shamelessness.
Are you advocating for Kepa?
Do you have a Kepa's
no, I'm just saying.
dollar?
No, I'm just saying. But like,
Yeah,
I'm just saying that we need another option there. Because he's been shocking. Keep it consistent.
Next season we will. It'll be a much cheaper backup.
Hopefully we get a backup on low wages.
It will probably be someone like a Sam Johnston, and Kepa will have left.
Yeah, bring him in.
The Real Madrid game, I can't.
Use a second keeper. Give him a second. I want our team manager to use our second keeper. Get rid of Kepa.
Why?
A second keeper.
Why? You don't use
because look at Mendy now.
Yeah,
bro,
do you remember when we had Petr Cech?
How many times has Peter Check?
Oh my god, here we go, Peter Cech.
Yeah.
No. How many
Oh
times
yeah,
has
we
Peter
had
Check-
Kudus
Wait.
Let
How
Andrew.
many times has Addison rotated? How many times has Edison rotated?
I was going to say.
Have they been
How
out
many
of
have they
form like
rotated?
this?
No. How many times have they rotated, Matt?
Why are you
times?
talking to him about Peter Cech? He
They
was in
rotated
that
like
goal
Seth
when
in the
Peter
FA
Cech
Cup.
was playing for Chelsea.
I'm just saying.
Matt, how many times?
Edison has dropped some howlers before.
Matt,
and
how many
Alisson.
times? Question.
Alisson
How many
has last
times?
season.
Matt,
Is
question. How many
goalkeeper the
times has
problem, though?
Kelleher
That's the
and
question I need to
it's
ask.
not.
played this
It's
season?
just a gimmick thing to make him stand
I just
out.
answered
No,
twice.
no.
I just answered you and you didn't respond. So, but I'm
No,
just
I
saying,
was
keep it.
answering
I'm not
your
One
saying.
at a time.
Is
One at a
goalkeeper
time.
the problem for
I'm
you
not
right now?
saying
Is that the
keep it
problem?
consistent. If we're talking about players, talk about Mendy as well, because
That's
Mendy's
what
been
she
out
said.
of form too.
He
But is
lost that
goaltending
form
the
for Real Madrid,
problem right
yeah.
now?
That's about it.
Yeah,
It's like
he's
you don't replace your
I would have thought
goalkeeper.
it. Well, last year
don't do
Mendy would
that.
have saved that shot the other day, probably. Last year's Mendy. He's just
What
been out of
What, the
form.
Richarlison one?
No. Like some of these shots, like just from like the Benzema
Which
one, where
shots?
we made
Which
a
shots?
mistake.
Tell me which
I'm
Real
not
Madrid
one of the
game, the Real
Benzema
Madrid-
headers or
Yeah, the Real
even
Madrid game.
the Arsenal one, possibly in 10
Nah.
years, maybe. But I'm just saying, a world class keeper would have saved that last season because he's just changed. He's out of form. All I'm saying is out of form. We're gonna accept that. The
I
reasonable
know,
thing
but
to
like,
do would be
Andrew's
bring a
got
second
a
keeper
point.
on.
Like,
That's the reasonable.
I remember during lockdown, like around January, Allison was in horrific
Yep.
form. You remember when they lost 4-1 to City at Anfield?
It
And I
wasn't
think he
just a
passed
City
the ball
game; it was
straight
other games
to him
too.
twice. He was in terrible
Yeah.
form. Didn't drop him. Petr
Yeah,
Cech
but again, we
never
don't have
got
the worst
dropped
keeper on the
despite
bench
having
as well.
Carlo Cudicini, who was probably the best number 2 in the Premier League at the time.
Yeah.
Never really got dropped. Maybe the odd rotation for a game or two, but like that's about it. I'd seen no reason for Mendy to get dropped. Maybe, the distribution still needs massive improvement.
Okay, but hang on, Matt. So, question. So, okay, so he's not been as good as he was last year. I don't think it was possible to be as good as he was last year. He's not been as good. So, what's the answer then? Should he be dropped?
Well, we've tried the option. We tried option 1 where we've played him through his bad form. It hasn't worked. I would say just rotate him.
So,
now
he should be
with
dropped.
this league,
is what you're saying?
we've not dropped. It's not dropped. It's rotate him to rest him. It's for his own benefit, not for.
Why are we
Hey,
talking
you know what's
about?
funny?
Why are we talking about
How
Mendy?
we spend 10 minutes on
Because
Mendy?
Because Matt's here.
I want to
Matt's
have
team it, yeah.
Matt, you are
I
Hey,
just say keep it. All I said was I said
When
3
has
words.
this-
Keep it
Hey,
consistent.
Hey, when has
Just
this
keep it
conversation
consistent.
started with keepers where they cop a goal and then we say, we assess it and we go, oh, well, so would have saved it. This is very new. This is, I've been watching football, play football. We've never analyzed copying a goal, right? Like that and go, oh, well, if his hand was a bit longer and, if he
I
ate
don't think
his
anyone's ever said
breakfast in
that.
the morning or if he fasted in the morning, you would have jumped a bit more. I mean,
He's wearing a
this is
baseball
very new to me and very
I don't think
funny.
anyone's ever said
And
that.
Matt, you're going to need a new. When Kepa leaves, you're going to need a
I
new
don't think I've
player.
ever said that.
to
I've never
latch on.
said that.
Let
If
me
Kepa's
just
hand
say
was
one
light,
thing
like,
on the
like,
Mendy situation, because
player
I would
already.
understand the criticisms a lot more if the defense was still in the same shape it was at the start of the season. The defense has leaked goals for fun themselves. So to me, yeah, Mendy's form hasn't been at its best, but he has not been protected the same way that he was over the last year and a half. So to me, if he's culpable, the defense is just as, if not even more culpable, because it's been their individual errors that have put him under pressure. It's been them falling asleep that's the reason why we are conceding goals at a bigger level than we have done before. So to me, 100%.
Lewis,
And Pepper, when he was at his worst in 2021, a big reason for that as well was defensive errors. So when we look at this situation, what is the constant? Defensive errors.
Lewis,
So
there's a mentality.
Lewis, before
There's
I go,
a mentality thing that goes with what you just said, because when teams aren't getting any chances, and then Mendy pulls one great save after one of the only chance they got, it's players don't lose that confidence that they're going to score, right? The strikers of the other team, attackers, they have this disbelief that they can't break down the defense, they can't score, and they start to lose confidence as the game goes on. There's a mentality to that too as well in some players, and it happens. But when we're giving errors and we're like giving away the ball and having all these errors, and we're just giving players latch on that, they're going to push you even harder because they know you're going to give it up. They're going to take a shot. That's why we always used to say when Kepa was in goals and he's scoring all these long range goals, someone's going to go, yeah, well, I'm going to take and have an attempt. That, and same with Mendy. If Mendy's having a bad game, so as soon as they know, players get a bit more confident and to take that shot, to try, and it just has a momentum snowballing effect, and there's a mentality to what you just said. Then last year, when we were just keeping clean sheets and no one was even getting a sniff, when they barely got a chance.
No, one second. Let me go through the super chat and I'm going to give Justice the floor. Frosted Myth says, I'd like to congratulate Liverpool for the FA Cup. I won't congratulate them, but I understand the sentiment. Dinishan says, I feel bad for Lukaku in some way. He tries, but no one wants to pass him or play with him. Mount likes Havertz, but no chemistry with Lukaku, sadly. Lukaku does need to move a bit more. So I understand what you're saying, but it's a lot of it is just a lack of movement on his end. And Simeon, yeah, we did get it with sarcastic. I don't think it came across that way. Rom 13 starts, and we expect him to gain chemistry. I can't lie, like even though he's been wank for us, I would like to see him get given more of a run. It's just I can't see the same three play and do the same mistakes game in and game out. Like, what's the definition of insanity? The same thing and expecting different results, which is why we need to rotate.
Before you carry on, I would just like to see a striker that knows where the fucking box is and knows where to stand.
There's a question I want to ask about that, but I'll delve into that a little bit later. I want to continue this discussion. AV says, call me old-fashioned or a Mourinho head, but your goalkeeper and 2 centre-backs should play 95% of games in the season. That wins you titles. Depends on rotation, especially with the amount of games that we've had this season. But I do agree the goalkeeper at the very least should be playing the majority of games. And Felipe says Mendy is not a top goalkeeper. If we say that about midfield and attackers, then why not a goalkeeper? Maybe not this year, but next I would look for a new top goalkeeper. Other than distribution and maybe his near post, like what does Mendy lack that makes him not a top goalkeeper?
Athleticism.
Athleticism. Well, what do you mean on?
That's
What
his
do you mean on
biggest
that?
strength, isn't it?
No, his biggest strength is his size, but he's not athletic.
He's not
He's
dominated
agile
in the
for his
box.
size.
Are we
No,
still
he
talking about Mendy?
dominates the box. He definitely dominates in the box.
Yeah, he dominates the box, Alex.
That's one of the reasons
does?
why we preferred him over Kepa.
I just
at the
didn't
start,
see
because
it.
Kepa didn't.
Sorry, yes.
Are we still,
No,
are we
he's
still
just
talking about
he's just
Mendy?
not athletic for a top tier goalkeeper.
I just don't see
With
I
your
don't know. I didn't
your
see
All
it.
Blacks, your Allisons, your Edersons, he just doesn't have their athleticism. So it just is what it is.
I still
It's not
think
that he's a
top
bad goalkeeper. He's just not world class like everybody thinks.
Yeah, I don't think he's world class, but I
So-
think he's a top goalkeeper, and I think he's a number one goalkeeper in a team. I'm not.
Well, for this team, yes, because
I'm
there's
not.
nobody else.
What's his name? Mkhitaryan over here, from Australia.
We can talk. Oh, here we go.
So I mean,
Doesn't he look
Yeah.
like Mkhitaryan?
Alex, I'm down. I'm down here too. I'm doing all right.
Yeah, but I don't see.
You
his
know,
I don't want
face.
to
Face.
A little bit.
Shut
Shut up.
He looks like Mkhitaryan. Come on, man.
so before I leave, I thought you'd want to talk about Christian Pulisic leaving.
Go on.
Nobody was talking about Christian Pulisic.
I was actually going to hold that till tomorrow's stream with how this
Oh,
is.
yeah, hold it to tomorrow's
his
stream.
dad tweeted something.
Yeah, you know what? We'll hold that for tomorrow's stream. All right.
We gotta have something to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, because see, I need to keep the content rolling. It's a free midweek, so we'll do that tomorrow.
But
tomorrow.
can I say something about that chat that
Go on, then,
somebody
go on.
super chat said? There's like nobody wants to play with Lukaku. Like it's like a kids in the sandbox. Like you know what I'm saying? Like nobody wants to pass it to him. It's so sad. Nobody wants to play with him. It's like this is literally what my 2 years old saying when her sisters don't want to play with her, and she comes to me, she's like, "Daddy, they don't want to play with me." Like what? Like what?
Well, the way Mao was dribbling with his head down yesterday, he didn't want to play with anybody. He missed about 3 Timo Werner runs with his head staring directly down.
Well,
at the ground.
to be fair,
fucking everything.
To be fair,
But you know when
everybody's
sorry, I was going to say when we had Hazard and people used to other players used to say when they didn't know where to pass, they used to just give it to him, right? And then so imagine the opposite when you don't know what to do with the ball, and you look around and you go, who am I going to give it to? Lukaku. Is Lukaku like the number one choice? I'm gonna give it to this guy. And he's gonna make something happen. First of all, he's got 50-50 chance he loses it.
I don't think we have anyone that we could give the ball to and just expect something.
Jorginho is that man for in
Oh, I thought
some
you were talking about the
capacity.
attack. Fair enough.
It's just it could be anywhere. You know when you say when people complain about passing sideways, backwards, whatever. Yeah, when you're lost and you don't want to lose the ball, you look for the person that knows what to do when you don't know what's going on. And it's just that man. He used to be Hazard for us.
Let Jorginho lose the ball instead of you.
Hey, but at least he knows where to pass it. That's why.
Hey, wait,
that's why everyone
Jorginho?
goes to him.
Wait, is Jorginho injury or is that just a tactical sub, man?
No,
I don't know.
He had a good game yesterday. Because I didn't want to
he had to get him off
He
the
did
pitch.
had a good game, and I was saying that Robin Loftus-Cheek should have been sub, but
Well, we lost the game. If we lost the game because of taking Jorginho off, putting Kovacic with Loftus. So
It's a combination.
He said he had to take him off the pitch.
yeah,
which
it's
means he was
combination.
either
I wouldn't
ill
say the
or there
Loftus-Cheek
okay, so it's
was
injury.
bad.
Okay,
not-
I was wondering. I didn't know it
No,
was an
you
injury.
don't usually
Loftus-
say you had to
Loftus-Cheek-
give him off the pitch. You usually
My
don't say
problem
that.
with
without-
Loftus-Cheek was off the ball movement, not with the ball. And
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
shocking for me.
So
Shocking for me.
Touch.
Ruben Lingard cheeks.
you gonna read the super chat? That's all we're all.
Jonathan says
Sorry.
some Chelsea fans have convinced themselves they don't have options when Hakim, Lukaku, Pulisic, and Chalobah on the bench. Many teams would love this. I think for a lot of fans, it's just a lack of belief in some of those players off the bench. But if we go back to yesterday, I think Ziyech and Pulisic just came on at the wrong time. As soon as we went 1-0 down, I already said we didn't need someone of Pulisic's profile because direct dribbling was not going to get anything out of that game. Hakim and Lukaku might have done something. I'm not
No.
sure how the output would have been, but at least if we're in a position where all we can do is swing crosses into a box, have a good crosser in Hakim, and have someone who can be on the end of them in Lukaku, and you might see a different result. But even then, at 1-0, I thought the game was dead. Personally,
I'm
why
looking
not?
at the different.
Why not?
All
Why
right,
not look for
I gotta
a
go.
different?
Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, just
Later,
stay
James.
desperate.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, why not have two different styles of play? I know we want to press from the front. We want all this energy up front. But we have players that aren't really conducive to playing that style. So why do we continue to do that? If we have a plan B, this is the plan B I'm talking about.
But
This is
nobody has
exactly
a
what
plan
I
Bs
wanted
like
to
that.
go into next, because I was going to ask, like, 'cause let's be real, we know Tuchel is a multifunctional manager, and we don't really have the personnel.
not.
You've been complaining a lot about it. My only question is,
He's not.
He is.
go on, Alex, talk to
He's
me.
not.
Yeah, he is.
No, Couch was saying something, so let him finish.
Oh yeah, Couch.
No, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. I just feel
So
like
I
we
was
need
going
to
to
have
say,
two different
like,
styles
I
of
just
play.
don't think
If
that
we were
he's
to find
multi.
a
I
way to
think
get the
he's
best
like
out of
everybody
Lukaku,
else,
would we
like
not get
every
better
manager.
output out of him?
So
Have you ever
We've
seen?
seen him play. We've seen him play so many different styles.
I was gonna say,
Well,
played
it's
with
a
the
style,
four,
but
and
it's,
again,
it's still same system.
No,
Yeah,
but
it's
even when you
the
look,
concept and the
can
fundamentals are the same.
you guys?
Same, yeah.
Can we
Concept and
hearken?
fundamentals are same.
Can we go back to how we played last season, where we're very compact, defensive shape was a lot lower,
We've been
and then we
we've
sprung
been
on the
playing the same.
counters?
Yeah.
I
You
don't
might
think
not
so.
look it.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
That's when. That's
There was
when.
no
the
way
players-
we had there's no way we had the wingbacks pressed up to make a 5 in the front.
Yeah.
in the-
Because we
no
look.
chance.
I see what
always
Carl's
did.
saying, but every team gets discovered eventually, and if that's what happens. You
Alex,
can't
I don't think we're
sustain
discovered. I think our performance is very
I
bad.
think we discovered.
We're not
Yeah.
Remember in the beginning of the season, we said we're only gonna have problem against the low blocks. How many teams did press us? This
From
season?
Villa.
We have pretty much everybody. Even what's his name? Even Everton was into our throats yesterday.
Yeah.
Nobody's scared of us. That's what's the problem.
because they
Yeah, but
know
I
our
think-
attack is toothless. That's
No.
why.
Yeah, but I think that
Yes, it
comes
is.
with the
No,
team's
no.
performance.
Yes, it is.
I
Well,
will-
Yes,
that
it
and the
is.
individual
No.
mistakes in the defense.
No, Scott, because they know that we look when you press in the ball. What was the biggest concern for you is when you press?
Say again?
What's the biggest problem for Liverpool when they press?
For Liverpool,
That people get
that
counter
people
They
press.
can
will
shoot
attack
and
the
score.
wingbacks, the
No,
fullback.
they will play long ball to the front. That's the only way you can counter press it.
Against Liverpool, no, it's not.
Oh, you win.
Okay.
Unless you take the risk of working out of the back. If you make it through, you make it through.
Liverpool's the worst example to use of this because in terms of top teams, they're the easiest team to play through. They're the easiest team to play through.
And what? And
No.
okay. And tell me how
That's
to play
not
against
true.
them.
Yes, it is. They're the easiest team to play through. As long as you can
Then,
string.
then
three
why are
passes
they one of the
together,
best
they're
teams
easiest-
then, Scott?
Exactly.
Because
It's
they're
nonsense.
best players. Because in defense they've got Van Dijk and goal, they've got Alisson, and then that front line causes issues regardless of how much you get played through. Look against Everton, they got played through, should have conceded, didn't, because again Everton couldn't take their chances. Same against Watford before, same against Brighton, same against us multiple times. Same
No,
against
but
City.
explain the way they play, Scott, because I think you really misunderstood on their
They're
strengths.
the
Because,
easiest
game,
team
you
to
had so
play
many
through.
chances.
because they play one of the highest lines, and
Exactly.
you're saying they're easy to pass through. They're
That's
the
what
hardest,
I'm
one of the
trying to
hardest
say.
teams to get through. They press you. They when they press you in your half, it's so hard to get out there. You're the only way you can
I think we're
get out is
moving
kick
away
the
from
ball
what I
out.
was. I think we're moving away from what I was saying. What I was
Yeah,
saying
we
is it's easy. It's easy to play against us. Not easy. It's easy to discover us from what we used to be last season because we found out that we are not so press resistant as we think we are. Do you see what I'm
Yeah, but
saying?
that comes with performance, Alex. When the
Of
players
course
aren't
it
playing that well,
of course, it's comes
Yeah.
with performance. Of course, it comes with performance. But that's how you discover teams. With everything you if you're making what's another thing that actually really good when you have how you say it, confidence. Confidence breaks your talent. Confidence
Yeah.
breaks you or ability to think straight. So when you have, for example, possession ball like we used to have before, and teams were sitting deep, and we going, Jorginho had time to do Jorginho thing. It's exactly what was good last season. This time, teams start to press, and they took a chance. And this chance pays off. That's it. We just got discovered.
But if we had even if we got players in the right positions, the players that you do want, right, and we're picking, do you think we'll still be discovered, or do you think it'll still work? Like I'm talking about Chilwell back, Reece James, and then any midfielder you wanted, say Mini Rice, whatever. Do you think the system will still? We can still play the same way, because I don't think we've been found out. I think the players, the reason they press
I'm not
is
saying
because
I think system being find out how we play. The system, the way we play is being found out.
If we get better players, we'll improve.
Of course it is, but look,
but then you need a whole
we
new
again
system.
skipped. We get nobody plays two different systems. Nobody plays from possession game on one time and just switch into counter-attacking style. Nobody does that.
I would say Tuchel did. I would say Tuchel did.
When?
I'm talking about last year. We played so many different ways last year. We were always on the front foot against the smaller teams, and then the bigger teams, we played on the counter. We all look at the Champions League run. Look at the Champions League run. You think that we're a professional-based team against
one of
Man
the
City?
worst counter-attacking teams in the world.
I was going to say,
how did we score against Man City?
The only team
we made them. They made a mistake.
The only team where we're not ball dominant is against City. The only team. Because they are the elite. When it comes to possession football, they are the elite team in world football. That's why. Every other team, we are ball dominant. Every other team. Liverpool, Real Madrid, Porto, every other team.
I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to pull it up. Give me a second.
City is the only team just because you can't be ball dominant against them. Because how good they are on the ball.
I'm going to pull it up.
What I'm trying to tell you, Couch, no manager plays two different
no, there's a philosophy that you run with, but if you can't impose yourself on a team that way, and you have another way to play, which is on the counter, you do it.
Yeah, of course you do it, but I don't think any manager does that. That's why I like Pep Guardiola. It's plan A, and plan B is the same thing, but with different personnel.
Yep.
I think everybody, even Jurgen does the same thing. They literally play the same way, but just using different personnel. See if this personnel will change.
But when you're the better team, the other team has to change their way to you.
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes.
As well, this is because every manager has their own philosophy of how they want the game to be played. Like, for example, Pep's way will be slightly different to Tuchel. Like, for example, Tuchel likes his attackers having freedom. Maybe that's an issue because these attackers are fucking shit and you're giving them too much freedom to just do shit.
I do agree with you on that. I think he gives
maybe you need to be more rigid with them and actually create patterns of play that they need to follow every game, because otherwise they don't know what they're doing in certain situations.
He's teaching them.
And that's the thing. Like, you look at Pep, and it looks as though even with the attackers, he'll implement patterns of play in the attack. Like, the best one I can give, just because I've done research into him, is Ten Hag. Like, the way he likes to do it is, I've read up, so he'll have in the defensive third it's 3 touches, in the midfield third it's 2 touches, in the attacking third it's 1 touch. Everything is 1 touch.
That's what I was saying, man. That's my problem.
Everything is 1 touch. Everything in the attack is 1 touch.
That's my problem. 1-touch game.
That sounds a little.
We was like that last
Sarri,
season.
isn't it?
We was a bit like
a little bit of Sarri ball there.
Yeah.
Little 1-touch.
Yeah. Sarri's definitely 1-touch. Yeah.
Sarri is not 1-touch.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he was. Put some respect on Mauricio's name.
It was 1-touch. That's what he liked, and he did it at Napoli as well.
Yeah. But this is the
Napoli
thing: everyone's going to have their different philosophies of how you want the game to be played.
Face palm what you want.
But this is what I'm saying.
Are you in the field with the sheep again or something?
No, not in the field with the sheep.
Okay.
But this is what I'm saying, and this is where I get annoyed. Like at the start, where I was getting annoyed about the people like. What was that?
Conte. That's 1-touch game.
We only have one attacker.
Conte. That's 1-touch game.
We only have one attacker. Right now, we only have one attacker with the ability to play 1-touch.
Who's that?
Ziyech is the only person who's able to play 1-touch.
Yeah.
No one else in that front line can play 1-touch.
No, I'd say he's more 2-touch.
I'd
Yeah,
say
if he
more one
receives,
touch.
if he receives
I'd
it
say
to
he
his
has
right,
the ability.
See him yesterday?
To because
Yesterday
if
taking
you,
15
yesterday
touches,
he
man.
couldn't
look
get
at-
the first touch in.
if you
Yeah,
look at
yesterday
every
he
other
won
player
touch,
we
yeah.
have in the attack, they're not used to playing one touch, and I don't.
I
Expect
think
them to pull it off
Kai is
anyway.
good.
Maybe.
I think
I
Kai is
think
good.
he
with
is
one
good
Kai
with
is
one
good
touch as
too.
well.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
for me,
good
my
too.
what's
complaint
his
with
name?
Kai is when you give him more touches, you get less out of him.
And that's what I say. Like, there's no one in our attack,
We
and that's what I'm
don't
saying.
have-
That like, with what I was getting annoyed about at the start with like where people go about Tuchel, and I keep saying, "Oh, Tuchel's
Take care, Josh.
he's not like."
See you.
I see people
Yeah,
talking about
Josh.
Tuchel with this attack and go, "He's not improving the attack. He's obviously a defensive manager." So, no, if you
He's
understood,
defensive manager.
he's not a defensive manager.
He is defensive.
No, he's not.
He is.
No.
he isn't.
With PSG, he was a lot more attacking.
I was going
I've
to say,
seen it.
Yeah,
just
with
to put
PSG,
some-
he
just to
had the
put-
world-class
No,
players.
just to
all
put some
over the
context.
Right, so he's
Just
capable of it.
Just to put some
It's the
context into
personnel.
this. Just to
talking
put some
about the league.
context. Hang on. Just to put some context into this. Neymar put up his best ever numbers under Tuchel, and Tuchel's Dortmund was much better going forward than Klopp's Dortmund, statistically speaking. So explain to me how he's a defensive manager, please. He's
I
not a
can tell you
defensive
how.
manager. He's not
I
a
can tell
defensive
you
manager.
how.
It's just that the players he's got at his disposal at the minute cannot play with
Of
freedom
course.
because they're fucking
I'm
brain
not
dead.
saying you're not wrong about the personnel, but I'm telling you, even with personnel, you will see the same. This is what I learned from Tuchel. What I think, it's my personal opinion, but I think that's how I see him going into the what's the name in the training ground. He does. Everybody saw that for YouTube when he goes boxes, small boxes, blah blah blah. But when it comes to attack, I don't think he's properly coached. Which I agree with you, Scott. When he has a practice creating patterns. I don't think he has that, because if he does, either our players are completely dumb that I don't see it, or they literally never touched that subject. Because the way I see it, he coaches them or makes the patterns from back to the midfield, and the midfield to the wingers, and the wingers are the ones, and the forwards, like he goes and says, for example, explore. How you say explore yourself, or
Express yourself.
express yourself. That, I think that's literally how he coaches the forward line.
It is.
I need
but then,
you that word, whatever you said.
Yeah, express.
That's
But
how
that's
I
what I
think
mean.
he's
Yeah,
coaching.
he does. But that's where I get at people. And I'm like, if you're getting annoyed that he's supposedly not improving his attackers, and like he's a defensive manager and all that, and like if you're getting annoyed about the fact this attack is not improving and it's Tuchel's fault, you should have done your research on Tuchel and how he likes it, like what he does with his attack before he came, and got annoyed then. Not got annoyed now when he's working with bums, when he's working with players who don't want to move out of one channel, or he's working with players that can't control a ball, or he's working with players that don't know where to find the right pass and are brain dead on the ball in terms of they take too long, or he's working with players that like don't know where to position themselves. Like if you're getting annoyed at him for that, then what was your expectation of him when he came in? You obviously didn't do your research on him.
I just look. I never watched him on the Dortmund, but a couple of times when he was in Championship League playing, which is kind of hard to determine, because the way he played in that specific season when he was great, it was a lot of different defensive teams, so he kind of had to be on the front foot. That's how I remember. Don't shoot me for in the PSG, when he was at PSG. I think it's exactly how I see him play. PSG is so dominant in that league. So no matter how you play, you're going to look like your dominant team. But for me, the way he structures midfield then and now, and I think the midfield, it is a structure of your team. I think he's more defensive-minded than he is offensive-minded. Because the way he structures midfield, because I don't know why, it's just my opinion. I just think he's defensive minded more than offensive minded.
I would say he's pragmatic, but I wouldn't say he's defensive minded. But I agree.
I don't understand what's the word pragmatic is.
It just means that you're a little bit more safe than you are defensive.
Yeah,
you
safe.
You take less risk.
How is that not defensive?
Go for it.
How is that not different from defensive?
No, I just think that because we're still on the front foot, right? But he has all these principles. Yeah, so he has all these principles in place that make us aware of what happens when we lose possession and whatnot, and that makes us a little bit more pragmatic. I think his build-up play is very much lethargic and slow. We're not moving the ball quickly enough, and then when we do get caught in transition, everyone know. Like I used to really.
It's individuals in transition.
I got a work call, guys. I gotta run. Sorry.
No way.
Yeah,
we'll talk again soon.
Yeah, all right, big up. Like when in Dortmund, like with our players, I think we don't have the players to suit his getting out to the wings fast enough and on that his playing style fast enough. I know he wants to make sure always that we do not get exposed on a transition. So he's like why go for Dortmund and all that? They never really pressed up high. They always sat back in their half. It's like the Jorginho role. So, but with Dortmund, he had wingers and attackers that actually knew what they were doing. So he could actually play faster, and we didn't have to hold on to possession so much because he wasn't really that in fear of us. If we lose it, we get exposed on a counter because we don't have like that defensive midfielder to, kind of cover us up.
I can tell people that I'm a bad person to determine how it used to be in a different league because I never watched a different league. I watched the teams play in the Championship League. I watched Chelsea games 2 or 3 times a week, even the ones that we play crap. I already watched 2 times what happened yesterday game. So I'm not a good I don't know how Klopp was the manager versus what's his face versus Tuchel. I don't know how, but I can remember how they did it in Championship League when Dortmund did, and they were that dominant young players. You know what I'm saying? They're really really good on the wingers, and I see that now. But my way of looking at Tuchel, it's from Chelsea. And the way I see it with Jorginho, and even when he has a player that's good at 8 against the teams when we don't need the double pivot, for some reason he still puts a second player beside him. So that's why I'm thinking that maybe not defensive, but since I learned a new word in English today, pragmatic. If people, you know what I'm saying? If he's more pragmatic because of personnel, I will be proven wrong, not proven wrong. I will understand that next season if he does something about it. But if for fuck's sake, if he's gonna get Tuchel and he will play Jorginho beside him or Kante beside him, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Let me go through a few of the super chats. Skyzo saying Alonso is never the problem in our defense. He's a Chelsea cult hero. It's always been our non-technical and panicky defenders, Aspi, Zuma, and Christensen. No, Alonso definitely gets
Christensen's technical. What?
Aspi's not panicky. He sees him do one.
He's one of the more technical defenders.
Yes,
100%.
Christensen, yes. It's
his head's in Spain right now.
Look, guys. I know it's a Lewis and everybody. It's same with Chris. Not Chris. It's same with Matt. With it's like a personal. But if you really think about defender, Christensen technically, one of the best defenders I ever watched. Not one-on-one. He's a Spilicueta. But I think his mentality is weak. But if he was a little bit bigger, he would have been unstoppable. If he had a better physique, he would have been unstoppable and better mentality.
But physique is just his mindset.
I think his mind is weakened in that area.
Definitely.
A little bit like a vagina.
I think he has a tendency to lose concentration. I think that's the thing. Technically he's good. It's that mental.
His concentration's got a lot better. I think his head's just in Spain now.
It's gotten better. No, it's gotten better, but I still don't think it's at that elite level yet. I think it's better than it was, certainly, but I don't think it's better than it was. And like you said, it's as good as it could be. And like you said, his head's in Spain. He's checked out this season.
Yeah, the same thing goes to Rudiger and
Asper about top 4 because it's
we can change. Matthew Lee, Benjamin, Alex. If that happens with what you said about a midfield, then change it to back four. Please, when you go into back four, it's a different problem would occur.
Why does everyone think? Sorry, why does everyone think we're going to definitely go to a back four next season?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be.
I don't think we are, but there's going to be a big personnel change. It might make it easier for us to transition from a 5 to
yes,
4.
that's that. I think people. I don't think Tuchel is like a system. I think he's adaptable in that sense.
Yeah,
that he can play to personnel he has.
Yeah, that's why I think
that's more correct about Tuchel, that he can adapt to personnel he has versus he prefers some system and he wants that system to be implemented. Does it make sense?
I know I'm about to speak a little bit about transfer news, but like that's why I think like he wants to play like Guardiola, where he can play left centre back and left back. So it means that whoever's left wing back can push a bit higher and like stay further up the pitch because they've got that person who can come across and cover them. Because like Rudiger's great, but because he's right-footed, not left-footed, he can't really push up as high comfortably on that left foot.
Yeah, can you name me a left-footed defender, left side?
His name's Gvardio, or you've got Bastoni from Inter, who apparently
there's literally almost non-existent left-footed players that plays on the left side. Almost.
Unless
one of the hardest defenders to find.
Unless you want Pau Torres.
See, I can't wait when you're gonna hit the puberty, so your voice will become manly, so I can hear you and understand you. Can you say it louder, please?
Unless you want Pau Torres, brother.
Who's Pau Torres?
Pau Torres.
Some defender from Villarreal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
He's got a little bit of a.
He's a left-footed centre back.
Yes. Yeah. To be fair, of the centre backs we've been linked to, we've actually been linked to more left-footed centre backs than we have right-footed centre backs. I think the only right-footed centre back we've been linked to is Koundé.
Yeah, but Stone's not playing on the left side. Stone's plays on the right side for the guy on the chat. I'm saying that left-footed players play on the right side, and right-footed players play on the left side. It's because it's a threat in the middle, so your dominant foot is the one that covers the goal, not the side. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Also, if you are playing on your weaker side, it limits your passing options.
Yes.
Like you have to like cut off passing options, and it makes you easier to close.
Because the threat comes into the middle. I can't believe I asked what's his name, Munster, when I first time met him, and he told me that he used to play center back, and he said I asked him what was the threat coming, what was the biggest threat when it comes to defense, when it's threat from wide position or for the middle. He said, of course, from the wide. I was like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, it's from the wide because you can't see as much, and also people can get on your like blind side easier.
Oh, so you're saying as a defender, I might ask the question wrong. As a center back, where you prefer to defend against? If you're facing the player, which way?
From the wide because you see it from crossing.
Because you don't want them to go in the middle. You want them to go wide.
Yeah.
That's what I asked him, and he said,
okay.
He's like, you push them into the middle.
Yeah, I would rather.
Like,
I don't want to be isolated out on. I don't want to be isolated out on a wing if I'm a defender. I don't. Yeah.
No.
So I'd rather be in center 1-on-1, so I know I have cover and stuff like that.
Yeah, what you ideally want him to push him towards like
wide.
Just to say, Andreas Corson has put a tweet out saying a sponsor update regarding Chelsea FC is coming up shortly. Make sure your notifications are on. Potentially could be a change or something. Hopefully, but
can you read the super chats? I don't think.
Yeah. Big up Dag saying we are getting figured out. Teams are figuring out when to trigger their press. Our inability to skip the first pass gets us stuck in possession. 100%. We've been poor in the first phase.
And you know the main reason of that is because Aspie does it a lot as well. You see him always hesitating on the ball. Chalobah and AC don't do it, but AC he said he's gone, so that's why Tuchel ain't playing. Aspie's only playing because
and I think it's because of pragmatic of Tuchel. I think it's because of not because they don't want it, but because of pragmatic approach to the game. Do not make it a problem. Do not make a problem when it doesn't exist.
Yeah, because if you heard Tuchel's interview, he said he prioritizes not losing, so he's kind of like And I think it's because if we go gun ho, most of these guys will be exposed. But it's probably time for a change now, man.
Also, just because like
You let
there's no
C3 on here.
also yeah, because there's no dynamism going forward, so that's the issue as well. Is like if, like you said, if we do concede, like the likelihood, like Alex said before, the likelihood of us getting back at under goal is just so slim because there's just there's no threat and there's no dynamism. Like you look at it, and this comes from everywhere. Like I know, I can't remember who it was that mentioned it earlier. I can't remember if it was Jester or someone else mentioned about the wing backs and the attackers, and this is why I get them more than I do the midfielders because there's literally no dynamism from any of them. Like even like players like James, I love James, but he's not a dynamic player. He's not a dynamic player.
He doesn't take one-on-one, for example.
It's not even just a one-on-one. He doesn't vary up his game. His game is quite static in terms of it's quite one-dimensional. He's just very what he can do is very good. That's the thing. He's quite one-dimensional, but what he can do is very good. So more often than not,
remember when somebody super chat said that nobody wants to play with Lukaku. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
I do see I don't think it's because they don't trust, they don't want to pass it to him. I think it's more confidence in themselves versus pass it to Lukaku. One. Yeah. For example, I think it's the young age that, for example, if Reece, I know you're afraid to get when young player, you will not make risky passes, risky crosses. For one reason, you be upset of being dropped out of the team. You know what I'm saying? You will not do something that you're not 100% sure of. But if you remember, when even with Didier Drogba and everything, doesn't matter if he confident or not. Crosses are always goes in the box. Liverpool, so many crosses. Freaking City, they have the shortest forward system lines in the world, and they still crosses in the box. Salah, is he known as the greatest header player? No, but somehow he gets the cross. They get the crosses. Yeah, or
Werner's good with his head as
exactly.
well.
What I'm saying is, it's the frightness. Either instructions, it could be instructions. Another thing, pragmatic thing, it's either instructions, or it's a young players that does not want to lose the starting lineup position. Or Alonso does not want to get caught. I think more it's instructions because who we have behind.
No, fair enough. Found a way to switch that to Jorginho. I didn't even think that was possible. But hey, we move. Andrew says thoughts on Bowley finalized
It wasn't on Jorginho. We considered Jorginho wasn't on the field yesterday.
Okay, fair. No, before
Alex said not to take him off.
We got worse after he came off.
100% we did.
Yeah, I wanted yesterday RLC sub, not Jorginho.
Yeah. Jorginho was our best player, and he got taken off after 40 minutes.
Didn't he make like a bunch of
He was. It was mad. I was the one that said, "What the fuck are you doing?" I still want to know why.
I think it is an injury. Based on what Tuchel said, I think it sounds like it's a niggle or... Yeah.
In all fairness, he was going through issues.
Remember when he had the back injury?
He did.
Oh, yeah, laughed at me.
Bro, if he's injured, we're fucked, by the way. A midfield of Loftus-Cheek and Kovacic. Fuck me sideways.
Or worse, Loftus-Cheek and Kante. We saw what happened against Arsenal when we played that demonic pivot. God forbid.
I want to be sick watching that.
Trust me, I just feel sick watching Chelsea, in all honesty. Andrew says thoughts on Bowley finalising the bid for Chelsea. It's good we finally have an owner. We actually picked the correct one too. So thank God.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I think we have a bigger problem with the owners than we have a problem with the players. Because if 100%. If we don't sell that club quickly, we're the world of trouble. You think now is bad? If we don't sell,
what are you seeing in the future?
Well, I don't see nothing in this summer. I hope we get 2 players, but I'm not saying loanies. I hope, for me personally, if you don't change nothing, but get me a Tuchel and get me another what's his name, center back that can play on the right, and just get the loans, back loans, the players that we have on loan. I'm okay with it. And get no. The biggest problem, of course, get rid of the players that we have that are not needed to create something. But 2 players, center back, and Tuchel. Another thing, don't care, and get me the owner. Yeah, Kundi, I guess people say Kundi is good. I don't know. I don't watch. One thing I like about Kundi, when he hit the Barcelona player in the face, I was sold on that. As soon as I saw that, I was like, he's my player. I want him in Chelsea. When they said Suler's too ugly for the pictures on the Chelsea website. Don't want him at Chelsea.
Just the beautiful people.
Just beautiful people.
Beautiful people.
Yeah, we have so many areas in the pitch that we need to try and fix for next season, and we're not going to fix them all. Not in the space
have
of
a bigger problem if we don't get the new owners at a specific time.
But that's why I'm happy next season we're gonna have 5 subs, which is good. So hopefully our bench will be better.
Nice. We can bring 5 subs on after the 70th minute instead of 3.
I know why they do. I feel like they do that because they don't want to risk injury. Say if we make too many subs like early on, and then injuries happen, or maybe a red card. Like with 5 subs, you can make more earlier subs and still have like 3 for 70 minutes.
Yeah, I get that, but there's sometimes where it's plainly obvious that we need a substitution. We're not doing it.
If we don't get bought, you're going to change this channel to AFC Carefree Lewis.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
it's going to be championship.
When we start like from non-league, that are a grassroots club again, that's going to start it.
We go into administration if we don't get the owner and the thing, and that's a point deduction.
If we don't get the license, we're kaput.
Exactly.
We're giving ourselves point deductions at the moment.
You've got to remember the British government want the money first and foremost.
No, that's fine. But the Bowley's got to now sit with whoever the Roman through 15 telephone lines or wherever he is to get this done. And he's got 5 days.
It's the exclusive thing that they were talking about. I need to see if this is true, but Bowley will not look to resolve the suspended partnership with Free as the club's main sponsor, and will look to provide new and more profitable sponsors from the US. All I have to say to that is, see, let's go.
And
Snakes.
Cut this Nike deal. Go back to Adidas, please.
Yes, please. I fucking beg.
Adidas doesn't pay well.
Home kits.
I know, but they make great kits. That's the
I don't give a crap.
They make
Who
good
makes
bird
money?
kits. Here it is. Yeah, Bowley actually put that out. Let's go.
That kit looked better without the free
it's not correct.
Anyway. It looked better without free on it anyway. The kit yesterday looked better.
Thank God. Yeah, you know what? Free can duck out.
Wait, I wonder why Lee prefers Radcliffe. Like why?
Who?
Radcliffe. The other one that came in the late. Why do people?
Oh yeah, that's a fake news. Right? He never did.
Well, he bid less. There's 4.25 billion. There's 4.25 billion.
They came later and said that there was a fake news. Nobody.
Right, everyone goes, oh, he bid 4.2. No, he's bidded around the same or a bit less than 2.5. The 4.25 is added the 1.75 he's looking to spend over 10 years, but that's only 175 million, which we can make or spend anyway. So it's not going to be massive or anything like that. So, but,
he did tweet an update on the sponsor thing he was on about.
Yeah, that's the one that we just read.
Oh, you just read it?
Yeah, just
like
read
2 minutes ago.
Man. You read it. We're ahead
yeah.
Man.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
you just read it.
I ask you, Chris, are you in the field?
You're fake news. You're fake news.
I heard talk about like 10 minutes ago or whatever.
What's the name of that guy that goes with the sheep on the fields?
Shepherd.
Oh,
Shepherd. Is the Wi-Fi bad with the shepherds over there in Scotland?
Nah, my Wi-Fi's pretty good actually.
Scotland.
Scotland.
Aren't you Scotland?
No.
Wales. Oh, Wales. Same thing, different angle.
Same thing, different angle. Oh fucking hell.
Man.
Yeah, 3 in the mud. Let's go.
My friend.
Go.
I have a friend from who he's funny when the way he talk, but he's like, if you make fun of me the way I talk, and he keeps sending me the video of the people from your country, Chris. No, where's Ferguson from?
Scotland.
Scotland.
Scottish people say, "Oh, never mind then." Scottish people funny. They speak funny.
Yeah,
the way
it's
in
different.
English.
Have you ever heard the Welsh language?
No.
No, you want to hear it.
I do.
Well,
I
if
did
funny, you
watch
should go Liverpool.
Braveheart. Freedom.
It's a different language. You want to hear
I
it.
know, man. I know.
The Welsh language.
Different angle. Remember?
Different angle. It's very, very awkward.
Bowley
way,
might
when
do
they-
a statement signing. Who?
Look, when they announced
not too
Bowley
sure on names,
is the
but,
guy
like,
that's
he's a
going to
striker.
buy Chelsea,
Declan
that
Rice.
does not mean that
Chris
he's
Stone.
the owner.
Don't,
That means that
don't,
they
don't.
finally on him.
No. Neymar, you know, that I've heard that name get thrown around, but
Oh.
would be very unlikely.
Man, the levels of hate I'm gonna give him.
Oh my
You
God.
think Jorginho Prep is gonna be you're gonna be annoyed with Jorginho Prep? Wait until if he comes to Chelsea. That
Some
pussy
guy
ass
to-
of the human of the.
So wait, guys, how y'all feel about top four? What's your thoughts?
This
Yeah,
thing's
yeah.
sleepwalking itself to fifth, let alone fourth. But they're taking a piss, man.
Look, Xavi are approaching this thing like last season. I don't think we get in top four. I think the other teams will help us get a top four.
Yeah, because Tottenham and Arsenal face each other still.
Arsenal and Tottenham will help us get top four, not us.
That's exactly how I feel like.
Are we favourites in the rest of the league games on paper? Are we favourites? Because if we are, I don't predict us winning a lot of them.
Yeah.
Because this team is weak-minded.
And we are favorites, Andrew.
They love
and,
being underdogs.
and guess what? We play Wolves next, and they lost their last three. So you know what happens.
So that's
Hey.
at least the draw.
No teams
Wolves
losing
on
3 in
holiday.
a row, 4 on the road.
And Leeds are in relegation trouble. So that's 3 points to them. And then we'll do a spirited fight in the FA Cup final, but heroically lose to a last minute or penalties again.
I can't take us losing another FA Cup final. I can't take it.
Don't watch this. Don't watch
Brother,
2014.
brother.
Yes.
Brother, we
Stay
better
where
win
you
the
are.
final, man. We better
Nope.
win the final. I don't care what.
If we lose this final, we should have automatic forfeit next season for an FA Cup. First round out. Don't want to be
fine
If
with
the
that.
way we're playing is not an if, it's a fucking when.
I
I'm
wouldn't
fine.
be surprised if we're winning. I think
would be Chelsea thing
It's
to
no.
do.
Then
I
they
think
just
it's
better fucking
exactly
win. It's
Chelsea thing.
disgraceful right now.
It's gonna be well. Here's the thing. It's exactly Chelsea thing to do. Play
Yeah,
like
but-
shit for the rest of it, and just win one thing and go. We win in the league next season.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
We're gonna get closer next season.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's so last season.
yeah.
It is,
Everybody-
but
we
we are
just need a
facing
goal
such a
scorer.
motivated Liverpool side who are going for a quadruple, and we have zero motivation about us right now. So I don't really have that confidence. And don't forget, we've lost our last 3 FA Cup finals on the bounce. Well, no,
Look,
3 out of our
2.
last 4. 3
Oh,
out
yeah,
of our
4,
last
yeah,
4.
yeah.
Yeah, my bad. But like,
Yeah,
still
we lose
shit.
a lot. We lose a lot.
Yeah,
People
I'm
need to
not
stop
confident
blaming
for that
Marina
final,
for
man. I'm
stuff
just
that
waiting
she
for
does
Robbie to
not
call
do.
me so I can bin my ticket off, in all honesty, because I can't be
By the
bothered.
way, we need 5 points to get top 4 or top 3.
Top 4. No,
I think we can scrap a win or 2.
I think
I
it's
actually
5
think
points for top 3.
We can be
I actually
Leeds.
think we need 4 points for top 4.
Honestly, it should be so doable. It shouldn't even be like a question. With that, I think it's gonna be
It
Chelsea.
should be, but hey, we're Chelsea.
This,
we don't
this,
make
team,
nothing
this
easy.
team don't like getting.
We
70
play
points or
Wolves,
over.
then who we play?
We got Leeds.
Leeds, Wolves, Leeds, the cup final.
relegation
Leicester
fighting
at home,
Leeds.
Watford at
Yeah,
home.
but Wolves ain't in relegation, so we should beat them
Leicester,
then, right?
Leicester should be a win
No,
because they're all on
Leicester-
the beach and they're only focusing on the Conference League. If we
Where
cannot
we
beat
playing
fucking
Leicester?
Leicester,
Europa League.
what?
We're
Europa,
playing Leicester
not
the
conference.
Wednesday after the cup final.
Yeah, if we cannot beat Leicester
Do we
City,
play?
we
do
need
we play
questions.
Leicester at home or away?
Oh,
Home.
Home.
Which
Oh,
team we
that's
play
not even-
away?
that's not even
we
good,
play
man.
Leeds
Leeds.
away.
We play Leeds
That's
away.
our last
We play
away.
3 games at home out of the last 4. So.
Wolves, I'm
I
not
think
sure
we can
about
get 2
because
wins
they're
out
in
of
bad
4.
form.
I think we can get 2 wins out of 4.
I know, but to me, I think it
Yeah.
comes at the end. Wolves looks like a banana slip.
Who
Leeds
Arsenal
looks like a
playing
banana slip.
and Tottenham next? With each other?
Arsenal's playing
Well, we
Leeds
just
next.
go lose every game in a row.
Arsenal's
Arsenal's got
playing
Leeds,
Leeds,
Liverpool,
and then
and
they play Tottenham. And then Tottenham play
Arsenal.
Liverpool, so I'm pretty confident about them dropping points there. And then they play
Oh,
Arsenal.
who's Yeah. I think we're okay with 4. I think we're okay with 4. I think.
I'm
Fourth,
not worried about top
still
4. Like,
fucking
still,
embarrassing
but
though.
like it's embarrassing.
All
Arsenal coming ahead of us,
this
right?
from this season just to scrape 4th again.
Well,
Again.
we're
that's
so
on
comfortable.
you. That's on you, people. You're the ones that thought that Lukaku was gonna change the
Bro,
world back from.
Bro, I don't
back
even
from.
fuck Lukaku, man. It's more than just him.
No, Ade, he's
More
not my
than just
type.
him.
No.
No,
That's
but
what I'm-
it's more that this isn't solely down to Lukaku. He's a factor. That's about as far as it goes.
No, he's a factor that us winning the league. People said.
Yeah,
including you.
the league.
So
fair
how
enough.
he's not a factor?
In terms of dropping into fucking scraping top 4, no. That's the
I
squad.
knew it. Well, I didn't say we were scrapping top 4,
But that's what I'm saying.
I see what
though.
you're saying. I see what you're saying now.
I'm not
But
talking about the league.
I remember. I thought that we are gonna be in a 3-4 position in the first place. I just want to be closer to City from last
No,
season.
third I understood. Like, if we end up finishing in 3rd place, it'd be like, fine, whatever, cool. Like, it's where I kind of expected us to be. If we're scraping top 4 in where I think is going to be the last few games of the season, because Watford and Leicester are looking like the winnable games for us, not Wolves and Leeds. That has to be shown to me on the pitch. We've got Watford on the last day, and Leicester on the Wednesday before that. But Watford will already be relegated.
Yeah.
Leicester, if they're through to the final, they're focusing on the final and resting their players. If not, then their heads are already at the beach. So if we can't get results in both of those games, you know what? We don't deserve top 4. Fuck it. But Wolves and Leeds are the games that worry me. Leeds, you already know the history behind us. First league away game there in years. They're all going to be up for it, and it might be their last home game too. Wolves, they haven't won in a few games, so we already know what UNICEF FC is going to be like. So that's going to be a tough game. So we have to try and deal with those 2 games as it comes. But to me, the only winnable games come at the last 2 of the season. So, like, just strap up
For me,
look forward to it.
What I said, for me, it was from the beginning. I didn't think that we are good in the Premier League, even with the Championship League run. So I wasn't, my feelings wasn't hurt. I said it from the beginning. We challenging, but I was thinking that we might will get closer to the
same. But as soon as we got the injuries with the wing backs and the midfielders, I kind of accepted it was done. So it was like, whatever. I get
when
it.
people saying like
This collapse right now, that's just disgraceful.
This collapse, yes, there's no reason for this collapse.
Because you remember, even in December, we were playing badly. We only drew games.
Yeah.
Like, no, there was the West Ham loss. But, like, you see, there were so few and far between. We only lost home and away to City and West Ham.
Yeah.
The rest were all draws. That's still a statement of a good team because they were very hard to beat.
Individual errors then.
Yes.
And when I knew that we were in top 4 race since December. There will be a top 4 race. Because people going in January window, they adjust their teams and they've really adjusted their teams. For example, Liverpool adjusted dramatically their team. That guy is unbelievably good. Unbelievably good. And he is making circles around. Now money is missing. It's not a problem for Liverpool next season. Unless he's going to be found out in the long run. But what I'm saying, that single transfer window made Liverpool in top in the competition, in the conversation for the winning the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? That Tottenham signings made them top 4 contenders by signing. So of course Chelsea, we didn't do shines in the transfer window in January. So of course we're gonna be in the top 4 conversation. As a matter of fact, everybody who's
in
not
the conversation is one thing, but like even if you're gonna say we're third or something, it should be with a gap. It shouldn't be this close to the likes of Spurs.
I don't think we're ever in a top 4 race in January. This just happened.
What
no,
position?
By
what
January
position
we're like in the limbo position.
Third.
Wait.
Yeah, we were
Oh,
third.
yeah,
We were
third.
massive.
So,
hold
hold on a
Like
second.
comfortable third. Like not.
Hold
having
on
to
a
go
second.
over
Third,
our
I
shoulder.
understand.
Oh shit,
Is
Poku
if-
Doku camera reveal. Let's go. Oh, fuck's sakes. Can't be bothered.
Did you see his size 7 shoes?
No,
By
not
the way,
even.
Hey, respect the size 7s.
It's weird. It doesn't catch
Oh, different. I told you he's 10 years old, man.
Why did you turn the camera back on?
It's weird. He wasn't wearing them. But,
By the way, as I was saying,
what was that? Go on, Alex.
That could have led so many different paths.
what's his name? I forgot. If we at top 3, if you are third, you in the top 4 race.
No, that's not necessarily true. That's not
I
true.
think it's true. I'm
No, it's
looking at
not.
it from
If
this
we were
approach.
comfortable third,
Yeah.
not having to look over our shoulder, not having to worry about top 4. It's only been the last
I'm
month.
always worried, so maybe it's
I'm
me.
not worried
I've had
about
to
top
worry.
4 still.
I am, because we're not playing well.
Yeah,
So
I
you should be right.
yeah.
It's only 3 points. You should be right.
But yeah, for
This is now a top
for
4
Arsenal,
race.
yeah, we're in a top 3 race for sure. I do agree, but like
Chris, all it takes is a
we're in the top
loss, and then
4.
we're panicking. We're one loss away from panic.
because
Yeah.
I know Arsenal and Tottenham have to face each other, so one of them's got to drop points or
It's not
both as
even-
well,
it's not even
and
a
they still have
loss.
other hard teams as
It's
well.
not even a loss.
Yeah,
Two-
Liverpool.
two-
Tottenham has
Two
to play
draws,
Liverpool.
and both those teams get 2 wins. We're probably 5th.
I don't see us dropping 5th at all.
Oh my
I'm
God.
good. I just don't see it.
dropping to 5th.
I know it looks a bit bumpy right
I'd be
now,
very
but like I can't see us
surprised.
losing every game
I
still
don't
right
Can
now.
I ask you?
surprised.
Did you see us losing all these games?
The
dropping
Everton
points?
one, no,
Arsenal 4-2.
not 4-2, but I thought we'd struggle because
This is-
it's Arsenal and Chelsea.
This is what I mean. I don't get this confidence of, oh, I'm sure we won't drop any more points. We are rubbish at the moment.
Because the teams below us are rubbish too.
They're
That's
not
why
because Chris, they're not because they caught up with us.
they're
So they're
catching
not
up. Yes.
rubbish. So
Well,
they're not playing
why are
rubbish.
we rubbish then if they're catching up to us? We're not in great
What?
form. I agree. I do agree we're not in great form, but we're
Because
still
we're
better
not
than them.
playing well, and they caught
Yeah.
up with us. That's why we're.
But
rubbish.
we're not gonna go for like the last 4 games or whatever, losing every game, are we?
Sorry.
We
Sorry?
can.
Sorry.
What makes you believe
We're
you
not.
can't,
What
Chris?
makes you believe we're not?
Because we're
What-
too good for that.
No.
Chris,
none of this-
have you watched the last games?
Yeah. None of
Yeah,
this
no,
story-
the last 3-4 games we've been shocking. I can't
There
lie.
is no
No,
such a
it's-
So
thing as
so all we have to do is play the
there's
same way
no
the last
such a
3-4
thing as
games.
too big to fail.
I just don't see like losing like the next 4 games on the bounce still. I just can't.
I don't
I'm
want to
not
watch.
even
I don't want to
saying
see it too, Chris. I don't want to watch
to
that.
me, I've said it's the last 2 games
Yeah.
that I think we win.
But we might
Yeah,
not
what
be
do
in
we
a
need? Like
position-
four
we-
points to stay up, right?
By the time we get to the last 2
Money!
games, by the time we get to the last 2 games,
Yes,
Yeah.
we
bro.
could be 5th.
How ironic it would be
Yeah,
again when it comes down to
Wait.
Tottenham to save us for top 4.
Again.
Wait, how many points is
Tottenham beat
on?
Arsenal to save us for top 4.
So I haven't looked where Tottenham are. I know where Arsenal are, but like,
Tottenham are 5th.
yeah, I know what position, but point wise, oh yeah, we're 5
5
points
Wait,
clear. Yeah,
if-
we lose 2 back-to-back games, then yeah, like if we lose,
Wait,
both, then
if
there's
I come in and out
that's
the
if they
stream,
win
my
2
timer
games
don't
as well.
start, isn't it?
What?
If I come in and out the stream, my timer don't start, isn't it?
Yeah, no, we saw
Yeah,
you, bro.
yeah,
That's cool.
sorry, yeah, that's fine.
No, that was my friend. That was my friend.
Yeah.
And,
What?
and can I say with the
That's okay,
Andrew,
that's okay.
Andrew,
You're
before-
using
It
your
is your
voice.
friend.
Before, wait,
That's
hang
okay.
on. Before
Yeah,
I say
I'm
Tottenham,
black.
Tottenham
I
have
do
Arsenal
believe
and
it's his
Liverpool
friend
back
because
to back.
Toku Doku
So
sounds.
no, I
like-
don't think we'll drop.
Yeah,
out.
yeah, no, I believe it was his friend. I'm fucking with him.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Now, if your friend
Friend
is
looks a little
10,
young,
if
Pokedoki.
your friend is 10, and you are saying how old you are, I'm calling the police.
Wait, what?
Pokedoki, where you been? We
Yo, his
needed
friends
to
started laughing.
come on, academy.
His friends
He's
started
the
laughing.
man of the match from the under 11s game. Let him go.
Oh,
Did you hear what I said, Andrew?
the gloves are off now. Lewis just said it. The gloves are off now. The host of the channel said it. It's fine.
Pokedoki, you're not a youth
Guys,
coach,
I know
man,
who
by any chance?
Spokodoku is. I know who he is.
Oh yeah, you
I was,
You don't?
yeah, I'm saying he's just young, man.
It's
And
Levi
you can see
Colwell,
how-
and he's just been trying to spread prop all season.
Yeah,
Fair
Levi
enough,
Cole's
man, I
brother.
understand.
That's what he is, man. Aren't you? Trying to be his agent or something. That's what you're doing.
Well, I've been saying leave a coat from day one.
Exactly.
you,
You're
man.
trying to be his agent or something. You're his hype man.
Exactly.
Yes, you are.
No, he's Chris
Who's
This
Chris?
is Chris.
Who's Chris?
of Timo Werner.
You're Chris.
I'm actually going to
Oh,
under
Chris,
16
you don't
game
know what your name is?
this Sunday.
No, I'm just saying who's Chris. Like he's just saying he's Chris. I want to know the context. I just want to know the context of it.
No.
I'm saying
I want
Pokudoku
to
to
say
Liam. Pokudoku is to Liam. Pokudoku to Liam is the same thing you to Timo Werner. You didn't get that?
I've also said like Timo Werner's had bad performances in game as well, but
yeah, and I'm saying
Well,
AC's heads in Spain and probably shouldn't play anymore, but this is what
Who?
it is. AC is heads in well. He don't play anymore. But
No.
it's whatever.
No, he's not. He's with his family. So
Oh, really?
You know what said? You know what said? What's his name? Fata keep removing a 10 years old from the streams by paying £100 all the time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's real sad.
Yeah, sad for Lewis is really sad about that.
Yeah.
Like, really sad
Big up
reinforcing-
Lonwabo saying, for me, being third or fourth doesn't mean a thing. Yes, I agree. We need to see the points different compared to last season. Fair enough. What is the points different? Because I saw Matisse put a tweet and we're basically on the same points we've been
We
for
got
the last.
66 and then 67, right? We're on
Where's
66
Matisse?
right now.
Lewis, you seen that tweet?
Here it
The
is.
free sponsorship?
Yeah.
We've seen that. 17-18, Chelsea 70 points fifth. 18-19, Chelsea 72 points third. In fact, let me just put the thing up on here because
66 points, 1920, 67 points, 2021.
There it is.
We're currently on 66 at the moment. So
literally, we're just petering out into the same form as last season. Although, if we continue to play this trash, we might even end up with less. But yeah,
maybe it's an improvement with all the conditions we had, injuries, COVID.
how many points are we? We're 17 off Man City, right?
Oh no, we're on 66 points right now. To be honest, we could end on a much higher percentage, but we have to win our next few games.
We're going to be at least 7. We're going to be at least 15 points off.
I think we'll be
There was one other super chat. Yeah, this was it. Football and Fitness Freak saying Marina should be sacked immediately. Very unlikely. Very unlikely. But I understand the frustration.
I hope she's not in this. I hope she's actually into transition. She will move. She will be. She will live on her own. She will not let Abramovich out. Leave Abramovich after 20 years together working. She's not gonna leave his company. But I hope she transition the club to the new ownership. That's it.
Any takeovers going to require people that are already working there.
She should stay just for the eye candy.
Actually, should stay so we can feel like Roman's still there. Like Roman's still doing calling some kind of shots.
Yes, Tony, what are you saying, bro?
Even though she's not my type.
Yeah, how are you guys? All right? Just listen to this. I just thought I'd quickly jump on, put my 10 pence.
Damn, what for those Pokedoku?
Yeah, bro. Let's talk, man. Chat to me about what your thoughts have been over the last few games because this collapse has been ridiculous.
The form is ridiculous. Yeah, we see ourselves as the third best side. We know there's a gap between us and Liverpool, us and Manchester City. With all intents and purposes, we've got the best squad apart from those two teams. So we'd like to think we are exactly where we are. However, the table don't lie, and what's quite clear is that everything's gone wrong since that international break, and that's where I think it's all happened, guys. And I'll tell you for why. When all the sanction news came out and all Chelsea were in the news 24/7, it was all doom and gloom. Everyone was talking about it. Us supporters. We've all gone through it too, haven't we, online, right? Those players were protected within a Thomas Tuchel bubble, right? Okay. So he kept them all together, you know, every single day. It was basically us against the world. We've been here before. We know that. You know, everyone hates Chelsea. Everyone hates you. They're all expecting us to lose. We go out there and we put 100% in and we give it whatever we have to give, yeah? Now, what's happened is, of course, international break comes along, an absolute pointless international break, meant nothing really. Those players have gone off. Most of them have gone off to fucking Dubai, because let's have it right now, every fucking player that plays in the Premier League now loves a bit of Dubai. The rest of them playing, all right, international football, and they're going off to friends and family. And of course, that's where the damage starts, because 50% of whatever you do is done with one half of your brain, right? Okay. And that's the subconscious mind, yeah? What you think about will come about. And if you think everything's shit in life, guess what? It's going to be shit. Now, what did we know about the last 2-3 games? Well, we knew, okay, that we were going to be up against it, especially that one yesterday, right? When Burnley fucking won away at Watford, it was game on. Those Everton supporters were lining the streets. They weren't interested in a point. It was all about 3 points. So we knew what to expect before we even kicked the ball. Listen, even Thomas Tuchel, right, deserves a little bit, okay, of an angle pushed up against him. I felt that was a perfect game for Romelu Lukaku, to tell you the truth, because Kai Havertz, right, was getting knocked about by their centre-backs. And sometimes you have to mix it up. We're very fortunate, guys, that we're running out of games, but we do have to hit a bit of form. Now, the thing about the FA Cup final is those players will put it in. We know that. So it's still a 50-50, regardless of how we're playing right now. If he picks the side that's right, but you have to ask questions. I mean, what's the matter with Chalobah? What's the matter with certain players? And of course, there's a lot of question marks now come the end of the season, right? Okay, because there's a lot of players now surplus requirements. Listen, and a lot of people haven't taken into consideration too the fact that we played more games than anybody else. Psychologically, guys, we've just gone through an incredible 3 months. Let's be honest, our football club's never been out of the news every fucking day. So if we're affected by it, think how those players are too. So, and they're only young, remember, they're only young lads, yeah. So they've been under the protection of the Tuchel bubble. It's all imploded within, right? Okay, when they've gone off and come back, and once the genie's out of the bottle, guys, it's very hard to put it back in. And that's the situation right now. We've just got to get through the next 4 games. Listen, 2 of them are winnable. We only need to win 2. But I don't want to finish below Arsenal. I've got to be honest, right? We all know 100%. Why, because we don't want to take that shit online. But does it really matter? It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. If we pick up an FA Cup and finish 4th, who gives a fuck, yeah? What's important is next season. A lot of things have to be addressed. Thomas Tuchel has to be backed 300%. 300% in the transfer window. And listen, by all intents and purposes, Todd Bowley, that consortium, is the real deal, guys. Trust me, yeah, it is the fucking real deal, and he will spend, right? So we have to kind of put things into perspective, take a step back, yeah. Were we shit? Yeah, we were. We were knocking the ball around, playing it as if it didn't mean fuck all to us, right? We should have stepped it up, right, because we knew what to expect. They will get 3 points against Wolves because Wolves are shit. Leeds is going to be another Everton, by the way. They're going to be right up against us because that one goes all the way back to the 70s, boys. They fucking hate us. Listen, even in the second division, they sing songs about Chelsea. They hate us, yeah? So they're going to want to get 3 points against us. But our saviours, trust me, is Watford at home.
And
possibly
Leicester.
Wolves or Leicester. And Leicester, yeah.
No, not Wolves. Not Wolves. I think we're just another banana slip. But Leicester and Watford.
Well, the other saviour, of course, is the North London derbies as well, isn't it? So,
yeah,
that's a win-win situation.
One of them out.
I think we'd be glad with a draw in that North London derby, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, because it's tricky. Because if Tottenham win,
it depends on. Well, it's in a few games' time, and it's like second to last game, I think it is, or for them, and it's like depends who's got the less points. Whoever's got less points, you want the other team to win because it just knocks them out. Then there's no point. The thing I get, I don't know if Tony agrees with this. At this point, Tony, I think this team loves being the underdogs. It loves being the underdog, this team. It hates being favourites. If you notice, every game we're favourites, we don't do well in. That Madrid away leg, we weren't favourites for that. We played out of our skin, right?
No.
The League Cup final against Liverpool, we weren't favourites, out of our skin. I agree with you. FA Cup final, they'll show up because they're not the favourites to beat Liverpool whatsoever. And that's the thing they've got to change as well. They've got not only this talk about the type of player. I think you've got to look at the mentality of these players as well. And
I think
the squad around
Real Madrid. Real Madrid second leg was the.
Real Madrid was definitely an effector.
It was it. After that, they did not have the. They don't have motivation. I think they think that top 4 is secured. I think, but now it looks different.
And it's so crazy. The commentator said. Sorry.
Let me finish quick, Isabel. I think the top 4, I think they got it because they thought that like Arsenal and the games are easier. Yeah, but the way we played, now we're gonna look conscious, a little bit more pragmatic on those next matches that we have. I think we're okay, but I think it's gonna be dependent on Tottenham and Arsenal. I think they will help us get top 4 versus we are so dominant in the league. I think
If
Tottenham
you
and
look who
also-
Tottenham have, they have Liverpool, Arsenal, and then Burnley, who are fighting relegation. We know how teams who fight relegation, they fight for their lives, and yeah, so
Well,
they definitely have a hard run.
Spurs have got Liverpool as well. Let's not forget that as well. So that's
Yeah,
a
that's
tough
what I
game,
said.
yeah.
Yeah.
So for those reasons alone, right, we should feel confident. But we're not playing great right now, and let's be honest, we want the season to be over.
Yeah.
Just get to the finish line. We are literally limping over the line, right? Okay, but in a way, right, this whole situation with the new owners, right? Once that settles down and they make their statements and everything else, it's come at the right time now, because we do need to buy, we need to strengthen, we need to get some the right players, and I think everyone is up for conversation at that Chelsea side right now, apart from maybe a very small handful, maybe Reece, Mason, Kai. I don't know. I think the rest is all question marks. I've got to be honest. But we have to put things into perspective, guys.
Take care, Chris.
It was shit. It was shit. It was annoying. The people that were cheering on for Frank Lampard, the Frank Lampard FC merchants, don't get that fucking tool. Well, I don't. What's that all about?
No, I agree. I agree.
And he wasn't thinking about Chelsea for a minute, Frank, was he? Celebrating like that. Okay, apologise. Fair enough.
He
But
doesn't have to
the point
apologise
is,
either.
Yeah, to me, he didn't have to apologise.
Why should he
Yeah.
apologise?
He's gone, and he didn't give a fuck. He wouldn't give a fuck. Listen, if that was 3 points that we needed yesterday to win the title, do you think he'd give a fuck about Chelsea? Of course he wouldn't. So
no,
you have to put these things into perspective, and everything else. But much love, guys. I just wanted to come off. So,
Hi, Tony. Always great to hear from you, bro. Appreciate
I
you,
love
man.
to hear
Take
it
care
all.
of
I love to hear you guys, all you guys. Yeah, you're all magical. I like Alex's fucking quality, mate. He's always fucking in your face. You know what I mean? Go on, son. Go on. It's great. You know what I mean? Well done, guys. Much love.
Take care of yourself, my guy. Have a good
No
day.
problem.
Love,
In
my
and out.
guy. Bless.
Shagging all about. See that, guys.
Oh, fuck. So always good to hear from Tony. Oscar, what are you saying, my guy? Welcome onto the stream. What are you saying, man?
Yo, I'm good, man.
Bumblebee.
I just came in, so I don't know what you guys have spoken about already. But my thoughts for the past week have pretty much been our whole squad, needs major surgery. We are so far away from where we need to be. And like I said, I think last time I was on the stream, I said look, we just need to give Thomas Tuchel the keys and whoever they want to put in charge to buy the right players. To
how many players do you think will go?
Will go.
I don't think we need that many players.
No, but to go, I think the clear out is almost more important than the buy-in.
Yeah, of course.
I agree with you on that. I
Yeah.
only want 2 players, I said earlier.
That's
but
why
the
I
clear
said,
out is more important.
That's why I said, instead of going who you want to sell, save your time and energy and just say who you want to keep, because it's a shorter list.
Okay.
It is a shorter list.
If Tuchel utilises Kobe, he will only need to sign 2 players.
Oh. Honestly.
No way.
Honestly.
I think my joke made the chat.
Lewis, look what I sent you.
Oh, one sec. What did you send me?
Oh my gosh, man! Every time I wear this shirt, I get insults for this shirt. Flip sake.
Oh, you didn't
Yeah,
get me what I said
that's all
earlier.
joke.
You didn't
Yeah,
get me what I said earlier.
No, I missed it. Did you make a
I
Bumblebee
said
joke?
Bumblebee. And the chat started.
Right, let me put this up. So,
Shout out the Bumblebee
our
crew.
squad is made out of 9 Lampard players, 5 Conte players, 4 Sarri players, 3 Jose players, 3 Tuchel players, and 1 Di Matteo player. This is insanity
Who's
when you
Di
consider how
Matteo?
many different management styles, Azpilicueta, how many different management styles there are in that list. And you got to take into... Yeah, Azpi came when Di Matteo was in charge.
Who are the 3
Yeah, but
Tuchel
those not
players?
Di Matteo
And also,
signings.
don't forget with the Lampard players, he didn't have a choice on a lot of them either. They were just board signed.
By the way,
who are the 3 Tuchel players? We got Lukaku, Saul, and who?
Kennedy.
And Ben,
Oh,
ben
fuck
yeah.
Kennedy's not a Tuchel player.
Wait, so who's the
Bettinelli.
third Tuchel
I think
player?
they call him Bettinelli a Tuchel player.
Oh, is Bettinelli count? Oh.
Come on, Bettinelli. Come on.
I want to know
said
whose
Bettinelli,
Lampard
you
9
know.
players are.
I think. Well, Lampard
Let's do some
has like
comparisons. Man City is 19 Pep players, 2 Pellegrini players. Liverpool is 24 Klopp players,
That's not
2
true.
Rodgers players, and 1 Dalglish player.
That's not that's not that the whole thing is not true.
That Man City
Lampard did not
thing
have
is
9 players.
no, but it's not players they bought. It's players that were theirs, like brought in. Lampard had a lot though.
I don't.
Yeah,
think
but
so.
like a
I
lot of
think-
them weren't even his choices. They were just
What's
fucking
his
bought
name?
them.
They
What's
weren't his
his name?
choices. They were just there when he was there.
Yeah.
So
well,
I
think
can't,
the
like,
third choice was Chalobah.
Chalobah.
Sorry, Chalobah.
oh, Chalobah's a
Not
Tuchel player. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Chalobah, yeah, but I'm talking about Frank Lampard. He's Cho.
Oh,
Is
shit.
Werner.
Lampard's
It's
not
Georgie,
Cho. Lampard's not Cho.
Oh yeah, he is.
Sarri's
He's the reason
Cho.
Cho signed the contract.
Sorry's Cho.
Yeah, but he's not like in that list of times. There's plenty of
Oh,
players
yeah,
that
just
signed.
to be- gone
He
through
was
that, we've gone
gonna
through that.
leave, but Lampard convinced them to sign
Yeah,
him.
but you can say the same thing about Tuchel. He was going to leave on loan, and then Tuchel told him to stay. It doesn't matter. Like,
yeah, but he didn't sign a contract. That's
but
a
there's
different-
There's plenty of players that have signed contracts. They don't fall under that category. So, like a player we
Oh,
bought
you
under
mean
Conte.
Bakayoko signed a contract to go on loan?
No, I'm saying.
Hudson-Odoi made his debut.
I'm saying.
Technically,
Kante was signed under Conte. He then signed a new contract after that. He's still a Conte signing. He's not the new contract signing. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean?
Okay, so okay,
And the
I
Klopp,
see. So,
Klopp part is true. The Klopp part is true of his players.
okay,
Remember, he has
then
been there
Timo
since
Werner.
15,
I think
so-
Timo Werner is the only. Timo Werner was definitely. What's his name?
And
Lampard.
Chilwell.
Kai Havertz is not. Kai
No,
Havertz
but they're
is
not
a club
saying that
signing.
though.
They're not
That
saying
Havertz
that.
Havertz wasn't. I don't
Ziyech.
think Werner was either.
Ziyech.
They're not
Werner's
saying
Lampard.
that. They're saying the Lampard, like the players that came
Chilwell
from the
was
next,
there.
like
They were
Yeah,
born
yeah,
in
no,
the-
but I'm only saying it because like, it was
Lampard
board signed.
requested Timo Werner. That's a fact.
Is
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Did he?
Can I
Yes.
just say-
I
can
thought
just say,
Ziyech was the only one out of the
No.
attackers.
none of these managers bought.
I might
these
be
players.
wrong. I might be
Okay,
wrong.
it's all
Fair
their
enough,
boards, yeah.
It's an interesting
Andrew-
one because at what point do you give a manager like because
Yeah. What?
there's some players the managers say like I want this guy, go out and
Exactly.
get him, and there's other times like Lampard said in an interview that they came to him with suggestions saying, look, we've got a deal for this player, will you take him? And he says yeah.
But I think
It's
you
not-
guys
I-
are missing
I
the
think
point
that's
of the
what how
post.
Lukaku
though.
we
You
got.
guys,
Tuchel.
you guys are
of
missing the
Lukaku.
point of the
They
post.
said that
but-
they can get Lukaku.
This-
Tuchel said, okay.
But Xavi, the point of the post to me, I don't really care
Lampard
about
did
it too
not want
much
Werner.
because the point of the
Crazy
post is that look, he hasn't got a lot of his players in yet, so he doesn't have time to implement his unique style, which is fair. But like this is football management. Like when you go into a club, you're gonna have half the squad's not going to be yours. You can't sign the entire team.
But listen, I don't think that though because Guardiola, most of those are his players.
Guardiola won the league in his second season
for a year though.
But I'm just saying that the levels of what you see Liverpool and Man City at are results of how those managers got
But
to implement those players in their
only,
style.
look, the
Yeah,
only
that's true.
the only thing is right on that chart is actually Pep. Pep
but you
requests
know,
names.
but you know,
Klopp
City-
too. Klopp didn't respect.
Klopp did not.
He didn't go say get me this specifically, but it matches his style of play.
Xavi,
Those
you
players
do remember
matches
with
his
City,
style of play.
they built the structure a year before Pep was there. They got the guys
But
in.
it still
They got
takes them
Sterling and
years
they
to
got
implement
Sterling
that
and De
though.
Bruyne. They got Sterling and De Bruyne the year before. It took him 1 year. He won this title in 1 year. It didn't take him years. It took him 1
He
year.
missed out on the title once, but then I'm saying the dominance that you see now is the result of those years
Yeah,
of
because
work.
you know why? Do you know why though? Because if you actually look at Man City's transfers, they only sign 1 or 2 players the last 3 or 4 years. They don't sign multiple players because, like you said, they've already got the squad there, they got the harmony there, and the way he plays. So he only needs 1 or 2 additions each season. He's only bought. Remember, like 1 year he only bought Riyad Mahrez.
But
He bought
this
one
is
player.
that's my point though. Tuchel, they're suited to the way that those managers play.
By the way, Andrew, I disagree with you on one thing. Pep did not have the players that he wanted from the beginning, couple of years. But
That's what I'm saying,
but,
Big Ron.
Hold on, but that did not turn down the quality of the players they had.
No,
For
yeah,
example,
you're right,
that's
'cause-
why he kept winning even without his players.
Yeah, because the second year he made three changes: goalkeeper and the two fullbacks. That's what he made. So and then he installed it. That's what
Exactly.
remember. That's what he said. So you're right. But after that, though, Alex, he's made 1 or 2 additions every summer. It's a big overhaul. So he put Rodri and Cancelo in one summer and Mahrez in one summer.
Look,
separately. So and again, this year might be different because it's Grealish.
Alex,
We'll see what he does.
I mean, sorry, Andrew, what's your point when you say that? Like, what's
no? What I'm saying is
he was answering Xavi.
What I'm saying is this: the way we're structured at the moment,
Hmm.
we're not helping Tuchel, right? They don't have a discussion with Tuchel how he wants it structured, right? Pep gets given everything, and rightly so, and that's what he should do if he wants to stay. Klopp, whether I don't know what Klopp is like, but they seem to support him the way a manager should.
Can you tell me what
it's not? I hope this new group does do that, and then he's given time. That's all.
Exactly. Let me ask you guys what Chelsea like. Everybody knows what kind of style of game Barcelona plays. Everybody knows what style of game Real Madrid plays. What style Chelsea has in the history of Chelsea?
Whatever the new manager comes in and quickly can put it.
Exactly. We were never that club that amplified system before the signings. We never did that. So how you expect to be changed in one day? Because it doesn't happen with us. Real Madrid is we build. If Chelsea wants to beat, we are poor Real Madrid.
I think what we did is for the first
Real Madrid.
I think what we did is for the first 6 years.
No,
or so
that's it.
But I think under the first 6 years under Abramovich, it wasn't a style; it was a formation. It was a 4-3-3 without any with different styles of it.
But Andrew, everyone that was the meta. Everyone was playing 4-3-3.
Yeah, that was the popular game. At the end.
Yeah, but we set it with Mourinho though. No one was playing that in England before.
Yeah, he knew how to counter it. That's why he was so successful at that.
But I tell you what, if we don't change, we'll get left behind.
Mm-hmm. Change for what?
Change to what? Like the whole point for me now is that we have to change to whatever Tuchel wants. And if Tuchel wants to play this 3 at the back, then we can do that. But if he wants to move to a back 4, then we got to move that way.
But you guys know what the problem is, yeah? Like the new owners come in, and do you think they're going to change the status quo? Like, do you think they're just going to empty out that board and bring in new people? So if they keep business as usual at Chelsea is they don't trust the manager. We go through managers so much. If you build around the manager and keep sacking him, right, you're going to have a bigger problem. So that's why there's so much board signings. Now, are they going to sack all these people and to give Tuchel what he wants? I'm hoping this big change happens, but people have to go.
I think it's not a board decision like how we play and how club structure is. I think it's at the end of the day it's on Roman because Roman it's running the way it's running.
Yeah, it's a bit of a nepotism.
Yeah, it is B-Tech. I wouldn't say B-Tech. I say poor version of Real Madrid because we are never. So does Real Madrid. They are never system to the style. They never had the style. They had the personnel.
You know what? It's never changed. I'll tell you what, it's never changed. We have never gone 2 seasons without winning something. Yeah, we have never gone 2 seasons without winning something. So they use the trophy wins to cover everything like they did in the.
That's why we have meaty windows straight afterwards.
Exactly.
Can I say something? I think. Do you think the decade in life changes? Can change people, like as a human?
Yes.
A what?
Like for example, I know I'm gonna sound like a grandpa, but I think to be like not like politically correct, but what people grow up in the 90s and early 2000s versus late 10s, and do you think the difference in mentality?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is like nowadays the players are more like pussies. That's the proper word. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Yeah.
I'm talking about no risk, like a responsibilities more, like way more. Back then, it used to be on the manager. Managers, like you see, Jurgen, those are Pep is still that kind of mentality. There's no way somebody gonna say something cross to Pep Guardiola or Jurgen. There's nobody will challenge that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is so like this time, like the youngsters of, for example, Cho, Pulisic, softy attitudes for me.
Yeah.
There's not enough leaders in this team, like the past,
Yeah.
to carry the young players. What should be happening now? The young players shouldn't be playing all these games. They should play in games, but not a lot. And they should be covered by when the bad things happen to bad form.
I gotta
by
go
leaders
check.
in this team.
Can somebody
There's
check
not
the
enough
ratings
leaders.
of this stream?
There's not enough
Reference
leaders. Yeah. 299, Alex. 299.
Shit! I ruined your stream, Lewis.
Yeah, it's going
fake, man.
What are you guys waiting for? Like this club. Listen, the
Waiting for
Tuchel
you,
has lost
Passive.
the
Waiting
traffic.
for you, man.
Bro,
That's what I'm
like,
waiting for.
listen, I was working.
Why are you so
listen.
late, Passive?
Let's go.
Yeah, I just got free like 15 minutes ago, and people are sending me message, "Can you fucking stream?" I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come. Listen, listen. Why are you guys just break the news? Tuchel has lost the dressing room. Simple. He's done.
He's lost the dressing room.
He has.
You think so?
Yeah,
Get
not
delve
the
into it, man.
Yes,
Let's talk.
I
Let's
watched
talk.
the game in the 80s.
Should look where he needs to look where he puts it next time.
Late 80s, though.
Listen, did you see
Probably
the
left
face
at
of
home or
Lukaku?
something.
Probably in his coat pocket.
Lukaku was so
A back
angry
pocket or
at
something.
Tuchel.
I can't blame him. I'd be angry too. Been to my last two home grounds and I can't even play.
Was so angry at. Listen, in Germany, in other
We didn't go into Milan
countries,
yet, Lewis.
if you, for example, if you leave your like club, listen, in Germany, it's acceptable. You can play for 1 year. In England, if you have left your club, why are you playing for that fucking club? What is the point of Rudiger and Christensen? Sorry, I don't want to break Christensen. Why are they playing?
It's okay, man.
Right?
It's okay. Everyone else has.
Listen, listen, Lukaku was feeling so fucked up. He was like, listen, I just did this interview. Like, I want to leave this club, like, after some time. And I got the shit. And this Rudiger and Christensen are getting nothing. And then Tuchel, did you not see the Jorginho, Mason Mount, and Reece James tiff against Everton? Listen, Jorginho wanted to pass
Jorginho and Mount.
Yeah, did you not see the tiff? That was the reason he got subbed in the first half, in the second half.
Oh, what? Because he beefed Money Mace.
Listen, Jorginho said to Reece James, "Go ahead." He wants to pass, but he didn't go ahead. Jorginho screamed. Mount said, "Why are you fucking screaming at Reece James?" These guys, the Harvest and Mason Mount and Reece James, they are on a power trip. Yeah,
I didn't see. I saw them. I saw Jorginho telling either Aspie or Reece James to overlap and go forward, but that happens in our games every single week. I can't lie. Like the fullbacks never really overlap.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yes, Kai.
Oh, Kai. Now he's gonna be challenging class ref.
Man, like Kai.
Bro, you know, my dad always told me when I was growing up, if the crazy old lady talks to herself in the park, just walk around her, you know, let her talk to herself, you know. That's the attitude I have with
Why?
Casa.
You don't want to have a conversation with crazy lady? Those are the best ones.
Yeah, they have a different mindset, you know. You might learn something. Never know.
Yeah, bro. I doubt it highly if I learn
Listen. We're not doing this today. Okay. My point is.
What's special about today? Wait, classic. What's special about today, though?
You are giving this fucking Mason Mount and Kai Havertz a game tie, right? These guys are intentionally not passing to Lukaku and Werner. Right, they are on a power trip, right? Do you get me? Tuchel is a defensive, manager, right? For Borussia Dortmund, Germany. Everybody knows it's an open play. You play openly, right, in Germany, and in PSG. Listen, the manager wasn't handling PSG. It was just the players. It was a player power over there, right? He came to you. This was his first experience, the proper experience. He did this defensive kind of, tactics, right? He's a second homecoming of Simeone. This guy doesn't have much to offer to us. He's done. The players had enough. Jorginho had enough. Rudiger is lead. Rudiger and Christensen are like, we are playing this fucking possession football. 70% of the ball is on us. And end of the week, we are the one who's getting blamed. J5 was like, what the fuck, man? I'm a Ballon d'Or and I don't get to play full games.
He's got a Ballon d'Or.
Yeah. Like, he doesn't get to play. Listen, this team is...
Ballon d'Or.
Put down the sugar, bro. You've been sniffing too much sugar.
Listen,
Bro.
a lot of people. Listen. A lot of people are having a go at Rory Jennings. I used to be a kid that used to hate Rory Jennings, but that guy is a top lad. He's like a one. He knows things. He actually knows things. This is the end of Tuchel. And if you don't believe it, I don't know what are you waiting for?
Wait. I gotta challenge him. Lewis.
Go on, Kai.
There's no challenging, Kai.
You're saying that it's the end of Tuchel. What are you basing that on? On the fact that Werner can't score, but that's not new. Werner couldn't score under Lampard either. So what exactly is it Tuchel's fault? Like I don't get it, man.
Right, Werner. Listen. We bought Werner, right? The guy Havertz and Mason Mount. We gave them benefit of.
No, we're not talking about. No. We're not talking about Havertz and Mason Mount. We're talking about Werner. Werner gets a lot of one-to-one chances.
Listen, Werner is not a problem. You know it, right? You know it. You're just trying to push it. Listen,
it's not a what? It's not a what?
It's not. Werner is not a problem. It's proven now. Listen,
he's not a problem. What is he then? Sure as hell, he's not a solution either, man.
Bro, who's not a solution?
No, someone said
Werner's not a solution.
Werner is a solution. Listen,
solution
the problem
to
is
okay, he's a solution to what?
Neither Lukaku is a problem. Listen, I was so against Lukaku. Everybody was like, sorry, Lukaku's. Now, listen, I went at Lukaku. Lukaku is not a problem. Timo Werner is not a problem. Pulisic is not a problem. Ziyech is not a problem. It's Kai Havertz and Mason Mount. J5 is not a problem. It's not the
so our two top goal scorers are the problem, but Werner, who couldn't even convert anything, man, which is why he doesn't have kids, isn't the problem.
Did you not see why are you coming up with this child? Listen,
because you're saying childish shit. It doesn't make any sense, bro.
Listen, okay, you want us to sign another striker or what?
I want us to sign a winger, yes. Because Werner's not a footballer, bro.
Listen. You if knife falls on a melon or melon falls on a knife, it's just the same result. You're gonna give Havertz and Mason Mount two
Classref, can you look? Classref, can you look at me? This is what you.
Oh my gosh!
Oh
my gosh!
Bro, listen.
Why?
Listen,
I have to go change my daughter's diaper, and all I heard from Classref is a bunch of load of shit, man.
Alex,
exactly when I was
bro,
changing the diaper.
Bro, listen.
Lewis's channel is getting.
What is jobless? Listen, what is wrong with this jobless cunt? Why are you sitting in on? Listen, why is this jobless cunt here? Like, do you even feel proud? Like, your probably daughters would be watching this show. Earn something. You're fucking living off your wife. Fuck off. Listen, don't come at me like that. This jobless cunt, whatever this guy is.
Who? Which guy?
We weren't gonna get personal.
Which guy, man?
Are you talking about me, jobless?
Yeah, he's talking about you.
I swear you're a doctor.
Listen, I'm not getting personal with this guy.
I said Dr. Alex, brother, please, but no more shit, man. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
If I want to see shit, I'll rewatch our last 4 games.
Classref, I work at night.
Bro, you don't work. You're just a jobless freak, bro. Listen, anyways.
Chill, man. I told you, no insults. No insults, man. I don't want to kick you again.
Alex, we've got less people watching us now before
Classref works at nights too, Alex. You didn't know?
The what?
Classref. End up in it.
Oh, yeah,
listen. Alex, you've been fucked. Kai, you've been fucked.
Fucked by who? Who have been fucked with, bro? Jesus Christ.
I know, I was this morning again.
Kai he's not a footballer.
Wait, let me destroy this guy. I'm in a good mood today.
Is a cancer. Marina is a cancer. Lukaku is not a problem. The simple thing is, Marina is a cancer. Kai Havertz is a cancer. Mason Mount is a cancer. And I'm done with this fucking club. Tuchel is done. And fuck off, Kai.
Classic. Let me tell you one thing, yeah? Let me tell you one thing. Listen.
Why did you came on the stream? You came after me. You should have came before me. Fuck you.
Classref. Werner is literally a Viagra commercial, bro.
Oh. Where's my
That's
vacation?
what he is, man.
Where's
Wait,
my
did he
vacation?
leave?
He
No,
did leave, man.
He just left.
Because he knew he's gonna get owned, bro. If I concentrate, man, nobody can beat me in a debate, bro.
Oh man.
Oh,
Kai, you ran him off the
funny
stream.
human being, man.
Alex, we had less people watching us when Klasrev was on than before he was on. I just want to point out. So.
I'm sorry to do this to you people, but literally, when he was like, you point this shit, and I'm literally changing my daughter's diaper when he was saying it, I just wanted him
Oh,
to
fucking hell, man. Yeesh.
You can just end it now, Lewis, if you want to.
By the way, Klasrev,
Paul
where's my
Jr.
money?
says, since Aspi became captain, we haven't won the league. I must say, Mendy doesn't offer leadership from the back. A goalie must be eyes at the back. I do see Mendy communicate, but like in times. But the Aspi captain issue, like I don't think that's got nothing to do
Bro,
with Aspi.
but you know what, Lewis? Can I say something about that? I've seen people on Twitter as well saying, since Matic left Chelsea, we didn't win the league. We can play that. I could say the same thing. Since Hazard left, we didn't win the league. Since Fabregas left, we didn't have the week. I can even make it negative.
Since
Mason Mount came here, we didn't win the league. I can it's so stupid, man.
Yeah, but
Bring back Nate Chalobah, we'll win the league.
But I can go since Hazard left, we won the Champions League. So.
Exactly. Like you can spin it how it's just
That's
stupid,
a fact,
man.
That guy was holding us back.
You can spin it how you like, no sense.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Hazard
was a
left, we
problem,
won the
man.
Champions League.
Yeah, Hazard was a problem for winning the Champions League. It's his fault we didn't win it. He came after we won it and left before.
Fucking hell, man. Right, this stream has been absolute carnage.
I need to go to sleep.
As always. So yeah, yeah.
By
I
the
do
way,
need to go to sleep.
that's what I do. I go to sleep during the day, Klasrev, just for your information. But
Now you ain't got to explain your daily life, man. It's all fine. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for the transfer news. We're gonna leave
people
that.
said,
Wait,
is that
Lewis, did you not
maybe
discuss
does
the
have something to
sponsorship
do?
news?
We did for a bit, but I'm holding that till tomorrow because I need content. So that'll be tomorrow.
Maybe it is something to do with my how you call it the names problems, remembering, because working at night and staying up. I actually usually go to bed after it. Once I start going on the streams, I try to
Dude,
stay
why
up.
are you explaining yourself? You don't need to explain yourself to Klasrev at all.
No,
Yeah.
people.
You can't explain yourself to somebody like
Anyone in the chat, you don't need to explain yourself.
bro. Classic brain is like a memory slot, bro. You can talk to him. It's not doesn't mean he's gonna write it in his brain, man. Just waste time, man. He doesn't remember nothing, man. Don't waste your time.
Hi, man. Fucking hell. All right, yeah, we'll be back at the same time tomorrow.
I can
Same
say
time
one
tomorrow,
thing.
3
I
p.m.
can say one thing. I hold the person's heart in my hand before. Have any of you done it? Real person's heart.
Yeah, but not
No,
legally.
Did you take a bite?
No.
And since I left 100% Chelsea, we haven't won the league. Ah, sure.
Yeah, there you go, man. There's a lot of ways to twist it. And you know what's funny is it's like the link of it. It's like 7 years, like fucking five to 6 years
We
ago.
won
They
the
go all the way
championship
6
league
years.
since then.
Yeah, that's bigger. So we'll take
Like since
that.
Obama was president, we didn't win the league. Like it's such a stupid.
Yeah, that's a
to do,
fact.
man.
Bring Obama back.
Yeah, guys, big up. We will be back tomorrow. Same time, same place, same carnage as always. And yeah, big up, like and subscribe. And as always, up the fucking Chelsea, even though it's
Big
shit.
up, Klasrev. Where's my money?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you need your vacation still. But yeah.